16th day of June 2019, witnessing the St. Martin Cricket Association 20 final sponsored by Prime Distributors. And we'd like to say thank you for the association letting us come through Sxm Neutral Live together with Reggie on the dot side. We are about to comment in a T20 over final. Two top teams in the tournament are Winner Conquerors and Motor Generators Patterns. We are going to witness a final here. So in a few minutes we'll have the toss is going to be spin. Max, I don't know if you remember the last time we did a cricket game, we were on the friend side, so we had a rug, but this time we're on the dot side, so we have a wicket there. I don't know how close you could get it to me. You could see the pitch, but you see we have a pitch of hard dirt, and this is where we play, or you see where the big boys play. So we are going to witness a T20 final. Hopefully the weather hold up and we will witness a good game of cricket here at the Caribbean Ballpark opposite Costules, or behind of Costules, I would say. And anytime from now the umpires will be out there to spin the toss, and we'll have a shuttle to word with the captains and see what go on from here. But for the time being, it's just the teams getting ready. As you see, the teams warming up, and it's just the teams getting ready right now to do battle in the middle. We have the Spartans team, very youthful team I would say, but very energetic players, and we have the Conquerors, who is a very experienced campaigners I would say. So in the end, it's gonna be the youthfulness. Conquerors also got a talent of youth players in between them. So we're gonna see how that plays out today. The Spartans team is full of national players. We know Casey Catty from the West Indies as well. West Indies under 19, who's one of the top players right now in the Spartans team. But we'll wait and see what they could do against the Conquerors. So in a few minutes, we'll have ladies and gentlemen, we are live at the Caribbean Ballpark, 16th day of June 2019, witnessing the St. Martin Cricket Association 20 final sponsored by Prime Distributors. And we'd like to say thank you for the association letting us come through Sxm Neutral Live together with Reggie on the dot side. We are about to comment in a T20 over final. Two top teams in the tournament are Winner Conquerors and Motor Generators Patterns. Ladies and gentlemen, we are live at the Caribbean Ballpark, 16th day of June 2019, witnessing the St. Martin Cricket Association 20 final sponsored by Prime Distributors. And we'd like to say thank you for the association letting us come through Sxm Neutral Live together with Reggie on the dot side. We are about to comment in a T20 over final. Two top teams in the tournament are Winner Conquerors and Motor Generators Patterns. We are going to witness a final here. So in a few minutes we'll have the toss is going to be spin. Max, I don't know if you remember the last time we did a cricket game, we were on the friend side, so we had a rug, but this time we're on the dot side, so we have a wicket there. I don't know how close you could get it to me. You could see the pitch, but you see we have a pitch of hard dirt, and this is where we play, or you see where the big boys play. So we are going to witness a T20 final. Hopefully the weather hold up and we will witness a good game of cricket here at the Caribbean Ballpark opposite Costules, or behind of Costules, I would say. And anytime from now the umpires will be out there to spin the toss, and we'll have a shuttle to word with the captains and see what go on from here. But for the time being, it's just the teams getting ready. As you see, the teams warming up, and it's just the teams getting ready right now to do battle in the middle. We have the Spartans team, very youthful team I would say, but very energetic players, and we have the Conquerors, who is a very experienced campaigners I would say. So in the end, it's going to be the youthfulness. Conquerors also got a talent of youth players in between them. So we're going to see how that plays out today. The Spartans team is full of national players. We know Casey Catty from the West Indies as well. West Indies under 19, who's one of the top players right now in the Spartans team. But we'll wait and see what they could do against the Conquerors. So in a few minutes, we'll have a game going on Max on this pitch running live. There we have Spartans win the toss, so let me just get a few quick words with the captain and see what his decision and ask him what he think about the wicket and the game today. Mr. Charles.
Well, good afternoon. Pleasure being here. So far we just won the toss, and going forward we know this track is going to go batting track, so I think we'll take the mantle and we'll bat first.
Okay, thank you. So like you heard, Spartans win the toss, they're going to bat first, and good luck to the game, sir, and hope we play the game in good spirit, and then at the end of the day you do what you have to do. I think you do lead in run score in the tournament. You think you could impose a big total today?
Definitely, that would be the plan. We have a good batting lineup. We brought in a few players just to solidify the squad a little bit more. A few of our players been missing. Daniel went over to England, and we have an injured baseball Johnson, and also Eric just went off to the US. So we are a few man shorts. We bring in a few men that can hopefully hold their own. So that's what we're looking to do. We'll look to put as much as possible to total, because we know Conquerors have a good team and they've been playing good cricket all season long. So, yeah. Okay.
You can run the names of who coming in for the injured players for me quickly?
We have Kadim Philip from Antigua. We have Kyle, I forget his last name. Kyle Louis from St. Kitts. And we also have from Nevis, Keon Pemberton.
Okay, thank you very much and best of luck. We know you are a very good squad, so best of luck to the game. Let's hear from the captain of the Winner Conquerors. What is your thought on losing the toss in the first place?
Well, good afternoon, first of all. We actually would have feel it first, because we know Spartans have a very good batting side. Their bowling is not so strong as their batting, so we're going to back ourselves and try and chase down the total.
Okay, so any new inclusion to your squad? Because from the last squad, what I saw, you look very dominant. Any new inclusion to your squad?
No, we basically playing the same squad from the semi-finals, so we just want to wish everybody good luck and hope we can have a good finals day.
Okay, then best of luck to it, to the game, and may the best man win, and congratulations to the umpire as well for showing up and doing a beautiful job. So Max, there you have it. Spartans win the toss, Max. Spartans gonna bat first, and like you hear the captain of the Spartans, they know it's a batting track, so captain of the Conquerors say they're gonna back themselves because they would have always field first. So in all, nobody lose nothing there. I mean, it was just a flip of the coin. So in the end, in a few minutes, we'll have ball one being bowled by the Conquerors in the blue and white stripe together with the orange, and we have the Spartans in all blue. So brace yourself here for some good competition. Ball hitting here live at the Caribbean Ball Park, June 16th. Happy Father's Day to all the fathers. We'll be back shortly. Here we are about to witness the game between Spartans against Conquerors, the T20 final, and we would like to see a good game today. We have Casey Catty out there in the middle with the captain Kenroy David, better known as Chuck, number 12 on the back. Casey Catty, formerly under 19 West Indies player, right now representing the Leeward Islands, coming up against the Conquerors team. We have Troy Tony. We're gonna start from the broadcasting end. He's a right-arm fast bowler, very quick youngster, and he's going up against Casey Catty. So here we have the bowlers in their helmets, and on my right hand side we have to bring the ball by ball commentary. We have Bradley bring the ball by ball commentary. So umpire Lynette, we got a female umpire out on all in black. Umpires are in black today. And umpire Movin doing the final today. So Mervyn and Lynette. Mervyn is the standing umpire. Lynette on the far end. We have Troy Tony coming up from the commentary broadcasting end to bowl a first ball into Casey Catty. And so we'll stand by, wait on the signal of the umpire to say roll, and then we will have the game begin. So ladies and gentlemen, here we are at the Caribbean Ballpark, 16th day of June 2019, witnessing the T20 final of the St. Martin Cricket Association local tournament. And I will come up to you very shortly with the main sponsors. We have a few sponsors, but I'll come up very shortly with the main sponsors for you. And so far the tournament has been running from February, and we come down to the final day today, which is in June. So here is Troyo, passes umpire Mervyn, bowls to Casey down the leg side. Casey flicking off the pad, they cross for one. Will they come back for the second? No. One is all they'll get. We have the ball coming in by Ashley White. Ashley White coming from Anguilla, sorry. We have the wicket keeper Joel Simmons from Nevis. We have the captain of the Conquerors team, Adelvin Phillip, also plays for the Leeward Island, and also from Nevis. We have the Conquerors players, a few players from Anguilla. We have at square leg, we have Dion Williams from Anguilla. We have in long on Ron James. We all know Ron James, local player. We also have Andre Brown from Nevis as well in the mid-off region. So here is Chuck about to take first ball from Tony. In the game of cricket, we go by the last name. So I'll try to stick to that, go by the last name. Tony passes umpire moving, holds into a very steep delivery, and David is on the back foot jumping, very aggressive delivery by Tony, and which is very good, we'll say, from an opening bowler, very quick, and that's a good start here from Troy Tony so far. 2 deliveries bowled, just 1 run so far, so we'll wait and see what happens. So what are your thoughts, Mr. Bradley, on the game so far?
Good afternoon to the viewers, good afternoon to everyone. Welcome here to the Caribbean Ballpark again. The game is Troy's bowling a very tight over. Here comes again the ball, and the camera is driving. We're witnessing here, ladies and gentlemen, the finals of the Prime T20. Prime T20 tournament here at the Caribbean Ballpark. I didn't get the something like that. We'll get that for you later on. Here comes Tony now from the broadcasting end. Passes them by both. And Kevin is driving, and now it's a big shot of the long off, and that's 6 runs, the first 6 of this finals. And very good shot indeed from Kenroy David. My mistake, that is Casey Cathy, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, that is Casey Cathy. Struck in a beautiful 4 down the leg side. Here comes Ashley once more, first umpire ball. Oh. And Casey's pushing that one forward, defending. Now back to the bowler. Cannot score. Once again, as we're witnessing the finals of the Prime T20 here on the west side of St. Martin at the Caribbean Ballpark. Here comes Ashley once more, passes the umpire, and Casey is pushing that one again down on the ground. Well fielded by the captain of Delvin here. And no run scored. No run scored here. The score remains on 15, I presume, without loss. And here comes Ashley once more time. Ball passes the umpire ball, and Casey is driving this one now. A single is scored. Takes the score to 16 without loss. Into the second over. Spartans bringing some reinforcement here, ladies and gentlemen, for the finals here this afternoon. I don't really know the names of the recruiters. I'll get them later on during the day. And as usual, Conquerors bringing the reinforcement. They're always here. You know, so it should be a good game here this afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Wonderful finals. Here comes Ashton Walker, passes and piling that because got a ball, and that is portion. Not appeal, and not adjusted by Leonard. Good delivery, and cannot score. The score remains at 16 for no loss. In the second over. Here comes Ashley once more. With different ideas to ball, and Casey is driving us superb. It's 4 runs. Sloppy filling here by Dion. That is Dion. Sloppy filling here by Dion. Had the ball in his hand and went for 4. Another score is now 20 at the 20 for no loss. It's the end of the over. At the end of the second over, we are 20. Spartans are 20 for no loss. And ladies and once again, we're witnessing here the Prime T20 finals. And it's between Nagico and Conquerors. And after some 2 overs, Spartans, not Nagico I should say, Conquerors and Spartans are now 20 for no loss. Earlier on we had the 3rd place fight between Masters and Nagico. And Nagico taking 3rd place in this tournament this year. And who will be champions? We should get our answer later on around 5 o'clock, 5:30. We will get our answers. The umpires in the middle are Alvin Randolph and Lynette McFadden. Here comes Troy to continue his spell, and that one is pulled away. And the fielder comes across, makes a mess out of it. That's Ashley, not before the batsman crossed for a single. And the score is now 21 for no loss. I don't know if Shem wants to say any few remarks. He's busy watching the camera, I guess. I guess she doesn't really want to say any remarks. Here comes Troy once more, passes umpire more into ball, and that is full. He's got a good delivery. Ken Royce in a defensive position, but he still gets the single, and the score moves on by 1 to 22 for no loss. Troy with the idea to get the breakthrough for Conquerors, but the batsman in the middle has a different idea. And a pleasant good afternoon to everyone viewing this live match here at the Caribbean Ballpark. We got a superb crowd. The crowds are coming in piece by piece. Later on this afternoon, we should have a bigger crowd here at the Caribbean Ballpark, ladies and gentlemen. And Troy is getting ready now to bowl, and he's passing umpire just about now, and he's pushing down, and he can the ball, the Yokoland delivery. Casey see that. I'm trying to defend that one, and gets the fielder, and Troy makes his way back into the to his position. We are in the process of the 3rd over, ladies and gentlemen, here at the Caribbean Ballpark. Sunny skies out here. Good day for cricket. Here comes Troy once more, and he bowls past the and he bowls that catcher. He's pulling that man, not getting all of it. Meets the fielder here at Milan, I should say. Don't know who the fielder name, but cannot score. The score remains on 21 for no loss actually. And here, we're trying to remind you that we are witnessing here the finals of the Prime T20 here on the that side of the island. Here comes Troy once more with other plans. He's trying to push it. I can't is pulling this one, and a superb shot. And that's 6 runs. He saw the length, picked it up, and pulled it away. Another 6 runs here for Spartans, another 6 runs to Kinroy, and moves up the total for Spartans to 27 for no loss. I'm trying to fix that line, just missing his line here a bit. Kinroy picking it up and hitting that one here over the boundary for 6. Here comes Troy once more as he pulls and I think that one should go into the boundary here. Sharma is on the chase. But the cross for second, 2. They will cross for 2 runs, and the score is now 30 for no loss. It's the end of the 3 overs. The score is 31 for no loss, and Scotland here is moving at a, I should say, superb pace. You can still go in the mic? I still comment from there?
I gonna comment it now.
Huh?
Yeah, 30 I believe. 30 I believe is the score right now. So after 3 overs, we have Patterns going at 10 runs per over. So not bad, not very bad start from the Patterns. So Conquerors will reaching their ideas. We have Ashley White coming in from the far end. Ashley White coming out from the far end, about to bowl his second over. His first over was very, I would say not very expensive, but yeah, he's about now. Passes umpire Lynette, bowls to Casey. Casey's on the front foot, pushing for extra cover. The captain doing the fielding. Philip from Nevis, spotting number 9, I believe, is on his back, or number 10. Number 10 on his back. We have the wicket keeper for Conquerors from Nevis. We have first slip. We have Mintos, Wazim Mintos from Anguilla, very strong young man if you look at him very closely. There we have White again about now, passes umpire Lynette, bowls to Casey. Casey is forward on the front foot, working this one down with a backward point. Easy single. Larry Baptiste coming across. I have to specify which Baptiste. The Conquerors team are full of Baptiste. So Larry Baptiste coming across, can I prevent the single? We have James, spotting number 25 on his back, coming out now from the third man boundary and going up into the third man region in the inner circle. So in the T20 game, we only have to allow to have 2 players outside the circle in the first 6 overs. So Conquerors have 2 players in the long off region, and that is, we have a deep extra cover. Damian Williams, a deep extra cover. We have Brong at long off. So here is David working this one to short third man. James cannot prevent the single. The score moves on by 1 to 34. Circle. So in the T20 game, we only have to allow to have 2 34 for 1. 34 without loss without, over number 4 being goal. So Bright Thompson here the Cargill on the ball pack. Dot on the southern side of St. Martin. Here we have Sxm News Live working together with the Cricket Association and with Greg to bring us on live cricket commentary. So very soon we'll be putting up the drone to see that go on. To see if we can give you some live feedback over here around in the Ward Island. So you could stream on. So there is a full toss and put it straight back over the bowler's head, and that's for more. So that's a very loose delivery, and Casey making no mistake on that one and going straight back over the bowler head. 4 runs. So Conquerors will need to rethink their ideas, not to rethink their ideas, but the bowlers are going for a lot of runs right now. In the preliminary round, Conquerors played Patterns. Conquerors beat Patterns 1. Patterns beat Conquerors another. So it's like now we will see the battle of the, how we call it, best of 3. So here the captain is calling in his third man. So you need 2 players outside the circle. So he's calling in third man. We have the extra cover in Williams on the extra cover with Bongre. And Brong, and in his case, he working this one to short third man. And he can't prevent the single. The fielder not feeling cleanly, should be a little bit more aggressive, so Conquerors a little flat-footed, and the score is 38 without loss, over number 4 being bowling from the far end. Bright sunshine here at the Caribbean Lumber Ballpark. Sxm Neutral News, we work, we do sports, and that's all we do. You got bicycle with there, you got horse riding with there. So here's White bowling from the far end, drive for extra cover, straight to Shame Ball. And no run there, so the score remains at 38. After 4 overs, 38. So I will look at it at a run rate at least 8.5. The run rate of 8.5, 4 overs bowled, and 38 without loss. So we look at that. I think Spartans is targeting a total of at least 180 to 190 in their 20 overs. They have a lot of batting to come. We also have Sherwin Peters in the stands. We also have Damian Williams in the stand. So a lot of very powerful hitters in the stand. But here we have the captain and former under West Indies 19 player who was a hero doing the damage so far. So in 4 overs, after 4 overs, 38 without loss, the captain is having a long discussion here with his bowler, trying to come up with a solution to slow down on the runs. So we'll wait and see if any change in the bowling or if he stick to his same bowler. Tony, that's coming from the broadcasting end, has bowled 2 overs and he's been beaten all over the place so far. But the captain stick to him still in his 3rd over. A bowler can only bowl 4 overs in a T20 and counter maximum 4 overs. So he's in his 3rd over right now, and he would like to take a wicket there for the Conquerors team. He'd like to make a breakthrough. But we have Casey Catty with other ideas right now, and Damian, Kenroy David, sorry, with other ideas as well. So we have the field being set, we have a long off, we have an extra cover. We still allow 2 fielders outside the 15-yard circle. In the format of the game, you have a 15-yard circle. Here is Tony, passes umpire moving, full delivery, wide outside the outstump. Wide will be signaled by the umpire, yes? Okay. We should be graceful that it's a wide and not a no ball, so it's a wide signal, so he will bowl that one, he'll have to bowl that one over. It was a no ball, then the batsman will be all out of free hit. But nevertheless, he got away with that one. It was a full delivery over waist height, so wide is being called by the umpire moving. The square leg umpire normally would have signaled a no ball, but the standing umpire decided to go with the wide. But here is Tony again, passes umpire. Bowl a full delivery again, wide outside the outstump. It looked like a slower delivery. He's trying to see if he gets something going with the ball, because I could see this one, he kind of slow it up. Very slowish delivery. I would say about 69 miles per hour. And Casey Catty has put in this one straight to extra cover, which was the captain, Philip, doing the fielding, no run. So Prime Distributors is the main sponsor of this Cricket Association tournament, this T20 tournament this year. We begin in February, and we end the last day. Here is Tony, passes umpire moving, bowl wide outside the outstump, not taken cleanly by Simmons. Once was formerly Leeward Island wicketkeeper Simmons from Nevis, and wide signal by the umpire. They run 2, and that the score moves on by 3. The score goes on to 42 without loss, and Spartans right now have a very good start, and we wait to see what is the total that they're going to post on the board. But we know they have a target in mind.
Yes, I'm back. Here's Troy to continue here. Passes umpire moving now. He's going to push. Casey just pushing now and down on the ground for a single, and the score moves on by 1 to 43 for no loss. We are witnessing the Prime T20 finals, ladies and gentlemen, and the Spartans are 43 for no loss, and Spartans with a very decent start here. We're looking for a total of 180, 190 to be there about to put in their 20 overs to put a good score on the board, so that Conqueror will be able to chase it down later on. But here's Troy, passes the umpire now to bowl. Bowls, and that one is, let's vote for the signal for the umpire. That one is over the head. And there's no signal by the umpire. But there's a warning, yes. And it is signal wide now by the umpire. It's wide, but and the warning will be given to him, so he cannot bowl. He cannot bowl another one like that, or he'll be off the attack. So the score moves on to 1 by 44 with that wide, and Troy trying to pressure the batsman here. Here he comes one more time to push, and for a full delivery in Casey Sutter, and now it's a bitch. It is for Bitin Shami here down at the square leg boundary, and then Casey just bombing that one away. You know, the score now moves to 48 for no loss. Sorry, 49 for no loss. And Troy here trying to make a breakthrough here for the Conquerors team, but the 2 batsmen in the middle, Kenroy David and Casey Catty, have other ideas. Here he comes with one, so to pass him by another, pushing down, and Casey getting a good delivery here, and just pushing that one down back to the bowler. It's the It's not the end of the over as yet. There's no run score. Yeah. Troy here to continue. Looking to make a breakthrough here. And here he comes now. Push up the, push it. And Casey is pulling that one. That's a superb shot, ladies and gentlemen. Straight back over the bowler's head for 6. 6 runs. And the score moves on by 6 to make it 55 for no loss. 55 for no loss. And it looks like Spartans came prepared here, ladies and gentlemen. 55 for no loss. What a superb start here with the 2 dangerous batsmen in the middle. Casey Carty and Kenroy David trying to put a total here. So to be in the favor later on. Here comes trying to other is put. And Casey is pushing. That's another boundary, ladies and gentlemen. That is 4 runs. On the leg side, trying to pull on the leg side and pull away down by Carty. 59 for no loss. It's the end of the 4th over here at the
On your right hand side, we are selling food. We have a raffle going on. So support the masters. On the right hand side, food on sale.
59 for no loss here. As you could hear in the background, the music, ladies and gentlemen, the atmosphere is wonderful at the Capital Lemba Ball as we witness the Prime T20 finals between Conquerors and the Spartans here this afternoon. And the Spartans, after 4 overs, have put us some 59 runs without no loss. Having Conquerors thinking back to the drawing board. What to do to get a breakthrough here, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to see a change at the northern end or the far end. And you can see Captain Devin having a word with the bowler. Both teams have brought reinforcement here for the finals.
Coming to you live at the Caribbean Ballpark.
So we are to the 6th over.
Okay. So we're coming to you from the Caribbean Ballpark. So we see Conquerors making a change. Conquerors making a change so far. After the score is 59 after 5 overs. We see Mintos being brought into the attack. Mintos being brought into the attack right now. So we'll try to slow up the scoring right now with Mintos. So here he is, passes umpire Lynette. Ball to Casey. Casey flicking this one over, fine leg over the head, and 1 bounce roll to the boundary, 4 runs. So first ball down the leg side. Kati just working this one down over the fine leg fielder for 4 runs. So Mentos would want to start better and not want to bowl offside the out stump to Kati because he have the outside feel. He has the feel for it, so he don't want to bowl along the leg side. Troy Tony just completing 3 overs, so not generally have the legs to carry through to chase that one down. Here is Mentos. Bowls to Casey. Casey working this one. Just shot off the wicket and then quickly going through for a single. The score moves on to 64. 64 after 5 overs, and Wazim is trying to see if he could get a breakthrough. The captain flipping the coin and trying to buy a wicket. So here is Mentos, passes umpire Lynette, bowls into kick and right David straight back over the bowler's head. White running across, and he cannot prevent the boundary. So one bounce. And Mentos look a little disappointed. Fine, Ashley White could have done better than that, but nonetheless, still very good shot from David. Straight back over the bowler head. So White having to run, come cross, and maybe a little sluggishly, I would say, but nonetheless, it's 4 runs, and it's a very good shot here from Casey right now. So here is Mentos coming up again, left arm over the wicket. Passes umpire Lynette, bowls into Casey right now, and outside the outside, Casey caught in this one, through backward point and third man, and it's 4 runs. So Baptiste and James just stand and look at each other, and this one just rolled down to the boundary, 4-4, and the score moves on to 72 without loss, over number 6 being bowled. So wasn't being brought into the attack, and he's being punished. I think you need to give the ball a little more flight. So here we are, 16th day of June, coming to you live at the Caribbean Ballpark via the Neutral News. And Reggie, if I get this correct here. Coming to you, Neutral News live. We got our crew here, so should be streaming very shortly via the drone. Yeah, it's Casey working this one extra cover, and Damien not feeling cleanly. I think it was hit too hard, and it's gone for 4. So after misfielding, he tried to chase it down, but nonetheless 4 runs still. So you had 1, 2, 3, 4 fours in the over so far, and that is that's a lot of runs coming up. 17 runs so far in the over. I will get the final score for you so far. I don't have it off my head, being in the game, you're not focused on the score right now. So 17 runs coming off the over so far. I think they had 59 after 5. So if I'm not mistaken, the score should be 76. 76. Here is Mentos, passes umpire, balls to Casey. Casey getting on one front foot, working this one to long off. They push for 1, will they come back for the second? They'll settle for 1. 1 is on Lil Gates. The bowler not feeling cleanly. The score moves on by 1 to 77. And end of the over, and a very expensive over. So we'll wait and see what is the decision from the captain. Will he stick with Mentos for the next over? So we'll wait to see now as we hear drinks being brought on to the bowler, to the batsman, while the captain make a decision. Coming to you live at the Caribbean Ballpark. Drinks break. The batsman taking a drinks break.
Every time you turn it down, I get that back. You got mute on.
You want to put that no mute. But then you say, well,
You got mute on.
young future West Indies batsman, the people like this, they go play like that. Then that will be the next thing to
Mute, because every time you turn it
go
off,
and hold it back on the phone. So here's the captain, Adivin Philip. Passes umpire moving balls to David. Balls to David. David working this one down to the deep extra cover boundary. They cross for 1. 1 is all they get. The score moves on by 1 to 78. Batsmen taking a quick little drinks. Not very hot, but very windy here at the Caribbean Ballpark. But nonetheless, you need a little refreshment still as a batsman, because you're putting a lot of energy out there, and the bowlers as well would need a little refreshment very soon too. But nonetheless, here is Adelvin Phillip, passes umpire moving right now, broadcasting and bowler short delivery. And David looking to pull, but not making the contact he would necessarily want, trying to work this one on the square leg. We have a square leg, 5 overs bowled, so we still got 6 overs bowled, sorry. So we have 4 fielders outside. So we have a square leg, we have a fine leg, a long on and a long off, and a deep extra cover fielder. So here is Philip about to leave from the broadcasting end. Passes umpire moving right about now. Balls into David. David plays this one straight back over the bowler's head. James running across and not feeling cleanly. Very big man, so it will be very hard for him to go down to the ground. And ball gone for 4. And Spartans are licking runs on the Conquerors. So Conquerors look a little flat-footed right now. Maybe a wicket would change the impact of the game, but nonetheless, Patterns are going very good. 83, I think, 83. I'll get that clarified for you very shortly. 83 without loss. Over number 7 being bowled. Here is Philip, passes umpire, moving, bowls a short delivery, very good delivery. Very good aggressive cricket by Philip. And KC it is. KC just going very low underneath this one. And there is no run. So here we have a little discussion between the bowler and the batsman. Nothing physical, just a little encounter. And here is Philip. He would like to make a breakthrough as a captain, like to make a breakthrough there for his team. Here he is, passes umpire moving, goes another short delivery, driving extra cover, straight down to Tony in the extra cover boundary, and they only cross for 1. So far it's a good over being bowled. So far it's a good over being bowled, and it's nonetheless. And we have KC calling for a change of bat. A youngster there, it being 12th man today, played in the tournament. Jeremy, very good off spinner. Used to play for Conquerors when he was younger, but now he has grown up to be a Spartan right now. So very good left arm spinner. Here is KC having a change of bat. And it's General Auto Spartans coming up against Winnie Conquerors. Always flying high, but right now they're on the ground. They haven't taken off as yet. Here is KC working his one down to the fine leg region. They push for 1. 1 is all they'll get. White coming in, very good on the field, and then coming in very cleanly with old cross for 1. And then at the end of over number 7, the score goes to 84 without loss after 7 overs.
We are not on the television. I think he was just waiting for the sound. So I don't think that.
What happened this?
Taking the television microphone. So we have also done. We have a drone that flying up. So we have the television crew. And of course, and as I speak, it's I probably would slipped out on that, but as he's going to come into bowl right arm cover boundary, and the general and this time he's
You know.
And it will be
Yeah, boy.
Kenroy David. Kenroy David to half strike to Mentos. Here is he now. David is defending out towards the cover region. Will get at least one. The total advances by 1 now to 87. And the Spartans team, each of these teams have lost one match so far. I think Conquerors defeated Spartans in the first round, and the second round of matches, Conquerors were defeated by Spartans. Here is Mentos as he comes in now to bowl to Carty. And Carty is cutting at the ball that comes down to the third man. Boundary run, gives up the chase very early. Ball goes into the boundary now for 4. A shot in somewhat in the dark, to my estimation, which propelled the total now to 91 for the loss of no wicket. And I believe that Carty was looking to go a lot square with that, but the outer portion of the bat found. The Leeward Islands franchise team just been drafted into the squad, is on his way now to bowl to David. Right arm over the wicket. David is back to a short delivery and punches it over cover, and the ball is going to go into the boundary for 4 runs. Now that's a positive shot. Kenroy David has been batting very well throughout this tournament so far, and he continues to bat in the very same mood. Carty, of course, he has scored 100 the last match he played against Najiko, so he'll want to at least copy that today. Will he have to wait and see whether or not that will be a reality? Extra cover drops back a bit on the 30-yard circle. The total 95 for no loss, and we're in the 9th over. So 95 for no loss to General Auto Repair Spartans. Here is Philip as he goes in now to bowl to Kenroy David, this time around the wicket, and he's driving the outside portion of the bat. Found the ball is going to go into the third man boundary just about now for 4. The umpire now signals that that is 4 more runs to Kenroy David, which takes the score now to 99 for no loss in this, the 9th over. So Kenroy David really coming good with the bat once more, and of course Carty giving him that valid support. There is a long off, a long on. Well, I'm told that the 100 is up, so 100 is up without any loss. So there is a man on the cover boundary. There is a man between long off and extra cover. There is a long on. Then there's a mid wicket and a man down on the deep backward square boundary. Everyone else is in a run saving position in the backward point area. Shamir, and it looks like Mentos, the big man from Nevis, is there at extra cover. And the left arm spinner is down at third man. So total 100 for no loss. Spartans could not have asked for a better start. So here is Philip as he goes into bowl to Kenroy David. Left arm around the wicket, right arm around the wicket. Kenroy David gets a short delivery and just rocks his head out of the way and watches it goes through to the gloves of Simmons. And there's no addition to the score. The total 100 for the loss of no wicket. And they have done that in some 8 overs. So 9 overs are in progress now. And we can have anything in excess of 230, probably 240. Should these two continue to bat the way they are. A lot of batting still to come. There is Sharon Peters, of course. There is Kyle Louis. There is Akeem Charles, the leading run scorer in this tournament so far. So lots of batting to come for the Spartans team. Here is Phillips as he goes into bowl to Kenroy David once more. And David hits this high and over the top of long off the back foot. Now that's a shot of confidence and class, and not to mention productivity, but it's a shot of more confidence and power. And it's gone a long way for 6 runs, and the total advances by 6 to 106 now for the loss of no wicket. And of course you're listening to commentaries in this, the Prime sponsored T20 tournament between Winnie Conquerors and of course the General Auto Supply Auto Repair, that is Spartans. It's going to take me a while to get myself accustomed to that, but I'll ask Devon and company to please forgive me if I get it wrong. Here is Philip. He would not want to get it wrong as he did the previous delivery. He's on his way now to bowl to David. Another short delivery, and wide is signaled, acknowledged by the scorers, that total advances by 1 now to 107 for the loss of no wicket. And of course this morning the match between Najiko and the Masters for 3rd place. Najiko won that match very easily, and this match is very much on the way. Here is Philip as he goes in now to bowl to Kenroy David around the wicket, and David gets a delivery that he strikes down to the man who dives off the boundary, drops the catch. They're going to turn now for the second. In fact, they have changed their mind on it. And Brown, the fielder, coming off the long on boundary. And what is he giving Mentos high five for? I think he should just have allowed that ball to come to him. But he didn't do that. And in the end, he dove forward, and when he got there, dropped the ball. So Kenroy David has been given a chance. The total is what, 107? 108 now for the loss of one. Carty goes in the stance, looks up and sees that there is a long off, a long on. Here is Philip as he goes in now to bowl to Carty. And a short delivery. Carty is off the back for looking to hit the ball down behind point. Will get one. They're going to come back for the second. A shot somewhat in the dark as the ball curled back into the right-handed batsman. In a portion of the bat found is gone out towards backward square. And the total advances by 2 now to 111, 110 for no loss. And that's after the end of the 9th over. DJ? My apologies. No wicket gone. I think as a Conqueror supporter, you would be willing that 3 gone. But my apologies. I, of course, will get it wrong every now and then, as I am only human. Probably only Jesus will be having it right at all times. So the total for confirmation, 110 for no loss. Play some music now, Solomon. So it's going to be the left arm spinner from the far end, and he'll be bowling to Kenroy David. I think he might be affectionately known as Ram. And he'll be bowling to a long off. There's will be a long on as well. A man out on the cover boundary. There's an extra cover. Backward point. And a man out on the mid-wicket boundary at the backward square. Short backward square in the 45-degree angle. And Rainier Conquerors looks seemingly dejected. Still have bowlers like Larry to come. And of course, Kenroy David and Casey Carty would want to continue from where they have started so far. Lots of batting to come for the winner, for the General Auto Repair Spartans. Of course, there's Louis Sherwin. Then there is Kadeem Phillip, Akeem Charles. Oh, I wish I was playing today. I wish I was on the fielding side. That's a lot of wickets that I believe I would have taken. But is it better to be here where I am now and not to be in the middle? And the last time I've bowled to Kenroy David and Sherwin Peters, well, the rest is history. You can read the history books if you want to know what happened between me and them. But both of them was bowled by K. Carty. I went on to lose the match. And Chuck, as he is locally called, I say would always call him Chuck until he begin to bring that arm over. And there's a change in mind. The Ram is going to be taken off the ball, and Larry Baptiste is going to pick up the attack from the far end, and he'll be bowling to Kenroy David. I've been told that I'll get back to that as Larry prepares to come into bowl to Kenroy David. And here he is now, right arm over the wicket. And David goes back to a shortish length delivery, angling down the onside and not making contact. Larry had a rough treatment in Antigua for the Masters tournament. And I've been told that he bowled an over that went for some 20 odd. He would want to do better than that now. Huh? Here is Larry as he comes in out to bowl to Kenroy David, who goes back and cuts, not making contact, through to the gloves of Simmons. And there is no addition to the total. The score is 110. 110 for the loss of no wicket. Donna, you're going to have to write your figures a lot bigger than that because I don't see well anymore. Here is Larry as he comes up now to bowl to Chuck. Chuck goes back and crashes it off the back foot out towards the cover boundary. Off the boundary comes Dion from Anguilla with a very strong return into the gloves of Phillip and only yielded another run, which takes the score now to 112, 111 for no loss. And Carty goes into strike and will receive from Larry Baptiste. He's over the wicket now to bowl to Carty, goes back and turns it in the onside and will get an easy single. So the total has pushed on to 112. We're in the 10th over now, so after this we'll have at least another 10 more overs to go, so the Spartans can really put their foot on the accelerator. Here is Kenroy David sweeping, not making contact. And there is no man on the backward square region. And normally Kenroy David favors that sweep shot. You remember him getting out very often. And once he misses, in fact he missed there, but the ball was bouncing. But I've hit him somewhere in the chest or the arm guard region. Goes back into his stance now. He has been batting very well all tournament long. Here is Baptiste as he comes up now to bowl to David. David down the track when he gets it, hits it high in the air. Who will hold the catch? Will someone hold the catch? Off the boundary comes the man down there and he drops the catch. So is it Ram? In fact, it is Ram, who might have been thought of as the bowler, but this time he was out on the mid-wicket boundary and making a meal of that catch. So another chance has gone to Kenroy David, and the score 114 for no loss after 10 overs. Well, of course, Conquerors has played very well this tournament, and they are in the finals. And listening to their chat in the dressing room or the hurdle, and it says only your best is good enough. That certainly wasn't the best, and we've seen 2 catches already flowed, and we'll have to wait for them to bat last. But whatever run the Spartans post, I can tell you that these 2 teams will be locked in battle later this afternoon. Conquerors with Delvin Phillip and Brown from Nevis. Then you have Mentos, of course, another man who opens the batting. Larry Baptiste can bat. And Ron, who has been batting well all season long, will be expected to come in and have a repeat performance today. So it's going to be Ram to bowl from the commentary box end, and he'll be bowling to Carty. The score 114 for no loss after 10 overs. So can the Spartans get, I would say, at least 130 from the final 10? You'll have to wait and see. Ram is making some adjustments to his field. He's asking the extra cover to go across his left. So leaving that yawning gap between extra cover and long off. And normally Carty plays the ball very well through the offside. We'll have to wait and see. So all seems to be well now, as Ram is going to bowl right arm, left arm around the wicket to Casey Carty. Carty looks up and sees that he's on his way. Gets a delivery that starts outside the line of the off stump. Goes into the gloves of Simmons. Carty not really playing a shot. After the second thought would be saying he should have been cutting at that. Here is Ram once more to bowl to Carty. And Carty hits this. He could be out caught. In fact, he drops the catch. How did it go to hand? They're going to turn for the second. And that's all there will be. The total advances by 2 to 116 for no loss. And it looks like a Delvin Phillip, the man, I don't know if he got a hand to it or not, but passed very close to him. And Phillip seemingly having some sort of injury, at least by my estimation. Here is Ram once more. Has had a good start. He's on his way now to bowl to Carty. Carty hits this high and hard. He will be out now, or will the catch be taken? In fact, Brown drops another catch. And he now shows disgust. 2 catches in succession. He has floored both of them. And 3 catches has been offered so far. And all 3 catches have been floored. And Spartans, the beneficiary of those mistakes, are still 117 for no loss. And this in over number 10. So Ram has been bowling well. He has not been pushing the ball through. He's been a lot slower through the air. And when he gets the ball to pitch, it normally turns away from the right-handed batsman. He's on his way now to bowl to Kenroy David. And David is driving down towards the long on boundary. He was looking to go over extra cover. When you look, the ball taking the inner portion of the bat. And traveling down to long on. The total 118 now for no loss. 118 for no loss, and Carty comes down to half strike to Ram once more. There is a short third man, a backward point and extra cover. There's also a man out on the cover boundary, long off, long on, short mid wicket. Backward square and a man on the mid wicket boundary. Here is he now driving, knocked down there by Mentos. And had he that gone past him, would have definitely destined for the cover boundary. And good bowling so far from Ram. He's been able to put a check on proceedings as he goes into bowl to Carty once more. And Carty attempting to sweep the ball, not really making the contact he would have desired. But in the end, one more run scored. The total advantage by 1 to 119 for no loss after some... is 11 overs gone down or 10? 11. So after 11 overs, the score 119 for no loss.
Give it to me, do it to me, give it to me, don't stop, don't stop, don't stop, don't stop. The way you make me feel, from deep down in my soul, I'm losing all control. Girl, I can't fight this feeling. Feels so right, champagne and candlelight, the way you hold me tight. Girl, I can't fight this feeling. Oh no. Woman, you're nice. Smile on your face is like you're right upon the line. Girl, me can't wait to give you everything you like. Hope you from the day you kiss my sight. I guarantee that you'll be satisfied. Don't be afraid to break the rule.
As the music subsides, of course, the battle continues. Larry Baptiste is going to bowl from the far end as he comes in now to bowl to Carty. And Carty is driving back past the bowler, down to the man coming off the long and boundary in white. And in fact, they're going to come back for the second. Will he reach? In fact, that's good running. Good aggression shown by Kenroy David. A single, of course. Carty might have settled for the single. And the second initiated, of course, by David. Takes the score to 121 for no loss. General Auto Repair Spartans is batting first. Here is Larry now to bowl to Carty. Whips it off the pad out towards the mid-wicket boundary. And through for a single. Total advances by 1 to 122 for no loss. Don't have any individual scores for you. As soon as I get those scores, I probably would relay them. But I can know the total is 122. Here is Baptiste as he comes up now to bowl to David. And goes a short delivery. David looking to pull through the onside, not making contact. Probably taking his eye off the ball a bit too early. And as a result of missed the ball as it went through to the gloves of Simmons. And David goes back in his stance. One who really favors the ball through extra cover. Here is Baptiste as he comes up now to bowl to David. This time he's pulling. Will he be out caught? In fact, he is out caught. It looks like Philip takes the catch to see the end of Kenroy David. And caught on the boundary from a short delivery from Larry Baptiste, looking to pull to the onside. And in the end, Spartans have lost their first wicket. That of Kenroy David, caught by the captain himself, Delvin Phillip, out on the mid-wicket boundary. And the score, 122 for the loss of 1.
Yesterday in the pouring rain, with her clothes all packed, her face messed up, I could tell she was feeling pain. I thought I had something sweet to tell her as I opened up my umbrella. She was so confused, scared and abused, tried to hide it with a smile. And just like the knight in shining armor, I used my charm just to calm her, engage her in a good conversation, just trying to ease her frustration. As she told me her story, I told her, baby, don't worry, I'm the man that you're looking for. Baby, count your lucky stars, 'cause I'm taking you home.
Thank you very much, DJ Solo, of course, for all the nice music you've been hearing so far. Solo's a very versatile guy, you know. He manages the Najiko team, he plays cricket, and here he is now in his final role as a DJ. So the new batsman, of course, is Sherwin Peters. And in fact, the batsman never crossed. That was very strange. Poor running. I thought it would have been better to get the the batsman who's there batting on strike. Kenroy David realizing the ball was going to be taken by Philip, probably freezed, and in the end, when they should have crossed, they didn't. 122 for no loss, and this is the 12th over. Here is Larry now as he goes into bowl to Shawan. Shawan is pulling this, sweeping somewhere to the wicket and will go across the boundary now for 4. So, Shawan off the mark in fine style. I can tell you that strike rate so far would be saying 400. 4 runs from 1 ball. Total 126 for 1. The batsman out, Kenroy David. So we don't have any individual scores for you. RC, could you get, Jacko, could you get Chuck's score for me, please? Here is Larry Baptiste as he comes in now to bowl to Shawan. Shawan defends in the offside, will get an easy single. It looks as though that has brought up the end of the 12th over. And after 12, I tell you the score is 127 for 1. Chuck, 61. I salute you, sir. Been batting well. And, of course, the trials on the way for...
Well, I hear a story from Ken Cosby, cricket game in the jungle. Sunday morning right after church.
Well, this cricket is not in the jungle, Salo. This is just on the outskirts of Phillipsburg, right here at the Caribbean Lumber Ballpark next to Costulas. And the battle is very much on the way. Ram bowled the very first over, good first over. He'll be bowling this time to Shawan Peters. And if Peters middles it, I can tell you it will go a long way. But Ram is making an adjustment to his fielders. All seems to be well now. And he's going to go into bowl to Shawan Peters. So there is an extra cover. No long off. There is a long on. There's a man sweeping on the cover boundary. A backward pointer short. Third man short the wicket. Here is Ram as he goes in now to bowl to Peters. And Peters goes back and hits it. And down to the man coming off the long off boundary. And only 1 run there will be. Philip, the fielder responsible for holding the catch to dismiss Kenroy David. And to complete the field for you, there's a mid-wicket and a man on the backward square circle. So here is Ram as he comes into bowl to Carty once more. Short delivery and Carty hits it straight to the man at cover. Carty has lost his way somewhat in, I would say, the last 15 or 20 minutes. And clearly would need to find himself again. Here is Ram as he comes up now to bowl to Carty. Short delivery. Carty pulls this. He will be out caught on the mid-wicket boundary. Dion comes around and drops the catch. The ball goes across the rope for 4 runs. So another poor effort. Catch number 4 has been spilled. And it says, well, if you give a horse a glass of milk, it's just a matter of time the horse will kick it down. And that's exactly what Dion did. Never looked confident coming across to his left to hold on to that catch. And as I speak, there will be a change in personnel. Dion is going to go on the backward square circle. And White is going to come out on the mid-wicket boundary. But as I've been saying, Carty seemingly have lost his way somewhat. And with the introduction of Ram, who is not really pushing the ball through, and the batters will have to wait and then probably get the power into the shot. So far, 2 batsmen have come close to losing the wicket. Here is Ram once more as he goes in now to bowl to Carty. And short delivery, Carty looking to steer it down to the 3rd man region. Probably expecting the umpire to signal wide. No signals comes from the umpire. Total is kept on 132 for 1. Here is Ram as he comes in out to bowl to Carty. Carty hits this out to the mid-wicket boundary. No one in that corner region. And that's gone away for 4 runs. So another fine shot played by Carty. And the total advances by 4 now to 136 for 1. That is the General Auto Repair Spartans against the Winia Conquerors. Spartans batting first. And they're off to a very good start. Here is Ram as he goes into bowl to Carty once more. And Carty's down the track when he got there, just pushing it out toward the man on the long on boundary. Here Philip does the fielding, and there's no addition to the score. RC, can you get KC score for me, please? So after 13 overs, the score 137. 63. So 63. For KC, he has 63. Kenroy David had 63. 61. And so these two good fortunes of really batting through the rest of this innings. Still Louis and company to come. Louis, of course, a belligerent striker of the cricket ball, 18 years old. A player who I think a lot of should be a part of the Leeward setup if you were to ask me. But in fact, he's not there as yet. But just a matter of time, he will find himself on the Leeward's team. Here is Baptiste as he comes in now to bowl to Carty. Carty hits his high and hard. Will he be out caught? I think he will be out caught on this occasion. And the catch is taken. So Carty now makes his way back to the players' pavilion. Caught by Philip on the mid-wicket boundary of the bowling of Larry Baptiste. The total 137. Now for the loss of 2. The batsman out, of course. Kenroy David, of course, Carty seemingly very upset with himself not to have batted on. But that's a part of the game. He's now making his way back to the players' pavilion. And as I speak, and Kai Louis makes his way into the middle. So over to you for some music. So Baptiste, a successful bowler so far, at least in this over. Here is he now as he comes in out to bowl to Sean Peters. Sean Peters is driving out towards the wicket boundary. This is going to go pretty close to the boundary from the long on area. Comes White. It gets there before the batsman crosses for 3. So 2 more runs to Peters, which takes the score to 139. Now for the loss of 2. The batsman out so far, Kenroy David and KC Carty for 61 and 63 respectively. And the sun out in all its brilliance. Has been a good day for cricket so far. Of course, it's the final of the Prime sponsored T20 tournament. Here is Baptiste from the far end, comes up to bowl to Peters, whips it off the pad. We'll get at least 1. The total advances by 1 to 140 now for the loss of 2. 140 for 2. We're in over number 14. So after this, it will be another 6 overs remaining. So here is Larry Baptiste to bowl to Kyle Louis, one who favors the ball coming on a lot, but he will have to battle now as Baptiste bowls one to him and he defends back to the bowler. So after this, it will be another 6 overs, and with Akeem Charles still to come, here is Louis down the track, pulling, not making contact, and Baptiste holding his head, probably wondering why didn't he miss that. Of course, Simmons was there waiting. And for me, there is a difference between using your feet and running down the wicket, as Louis did in that occasion. Looks up now and sees that Baptiste is very much with him. Goes back and punches it out towards the man in the long off area. And cross for 1. That's all there will be. Total advances by 1 to 141. Now for the loss of 2. And the next commentator, of course, will be Manuel Joe. But before that, it will be over to Salah for some more music.
Sometimes a woman's gonna trust her friend more than she trusts a man. And it's so sad. My best friend turns out to be a deceiver. Whoa. My phone rang about 3 o'clock this morning, and I thought it was you. It was your best friend. Said she was lonely and asked me if she could come over. She said it would be out of secret, but I couldn't live with it. Or made it worse, she is your best friend.
Hey, thank you, DJ. Again, pleasant good afternoon to you back at Kellenboard Park. Here's him on the winning ball to Peters, and Peters on to the front. It is not Peters. That is John Louis as kid car. Well, I'm going to take a little bit time to pick up the batsman name. But all at once, we see our Winnie Congos are certainly settled down the way that our Spartan were going. At one time, it looked like they are definitely scored looking at a total of 250 runs. But I show the way it looked like now, they can very settle for maybe 180, 170. I sure we will welcome that. Because Peters and, Casey Carty and Ken Roy was really going letter to letter at the bowling. And they had the winner Congo certainly on the back foot, but on the last 2 wickets, they certainly look a lot better. Here's the one to win a boat with the ball outside the outer into the air. He's out caught. So that's what I was saying again, that our winner Congo has come back and they are certainly settled down, because at one time the batsmen looked like they were really taking to pieces. And when you look now, 5 overs to go, when you look at the score, it looked like climbing to 200 to 300 runs. Showing Peters gone. And I thought that at this time, though, I know DJ Salman are going to come in very quickly. But again, I tell you, this cricket game, sometimes a funny old game. And I think this is what the young man will kick out with.
Now you see it, so nice. Just like that.
Me get the loving from, but it nice, nice, nice. Coulda be Susan, we coulda be Joyce. Nice, nice, nice. She touch me and she squeeze me, make me jump and rejoice. Nice, nice, nice. Every night and day she keep me singing. Alright. Wonder if the girl will give me the number of the man. Coulda be the teacher from Douglas of Lamar. Coulda be Michelle Stacy or some me another ball. Some me get me know say not the real mega star. The guy that talks to us, I did take me fall. Right to the night of the honor. Me no remember how when me get the loving from, but it nice, nice, nice. Coulda be Susan, Anika or Dice. Nice, nice, nice. She touch me and she squeeze me, make me jump and rejoice. Nice, nice, nice. Every night and day she kept me singing.
While Joe is in the kitchen, I will take up the mantle from here. We're on to the 15th over, bowling from the broadcasting end. So here's the bowler from the broadcasting end to bowl, getting a good delivery. This is a new batsman, sporting number 7. I don't have the batsman name, and well, Philip. Sorry? What is it? Well, yeah, he comes out to looking for a single. Well, taking on the pad and they'll cross for a single. Let's wait and see the umpire signal. It looked like he had bat onto it. Good afternoon to Seto. Passing on the pavilion. So here is the bowler from the broadcasting end. So Ram will be bowling to the batsman. 2 new batsmen in the middle. Just in that straight down to run, doing the fielding. No runs. The score remains on 143. 143 for the loss of 3.
Over number 15. We are playing 20 overs and counter. This is the finals of the Prime T20 tournament. Here it comes now from the broadcasting end to ball. Can up in the air. It's gone over to Ben Flood. It will be 6 runs. And 6 more to the total. Sorry? Well, Neutral News tell me, Donna, you have to turn your face to see you, for you to see me, for them to see my beautiful face on the camera. Am I good now? Okay. So we are going to the 16th over, bowling from the far end, where we are on the national TV, and they want to see Donna Summer face, you know, so, well, you don't know, after I die, you're going to see it on the TV. You're going to say, oh, look Donna Summers, but, so Joe, well, we're on to the 16th over, bowling from the far end, and Spartans 149 for the loss of 3. Yeah, for the loss of 3. And so far, Joe, the way Spartans was going between Casey Catty and Chuck, I thought, well, they would have about 200, 250 runs on the board. But Conquerors and other ideas, and making the breakthrough. So we have the bowler from the far end. Joe, is it Larry Baptiste? Look like Larry will be bowling from the far end. Change of bowling. Don't forget, we have the Masters with their food court on your right hand side. And I don't know how much they're selling their food. They can give me the price. I could just relate it to the spectators. Or $10 for the food. And what again, they have soup. I don't know how much for the soup. And $5 for the soup. Here he comes now, Larry from the far end to bowl to the new batsman, spotting number 7, the cross for a single. 1 more to the total. So Spartans 150. 150 for a loss of 3. And Joe, so far we have a good crowd here at the Kaibalama ballpark. And well, before Joe, at that time, a final is playing, you cannot see people on the cricket field because you cannot see the park, you cannot see the grounds. But in time, things have changed, and that's how it is right now. But so far, we appreciate the crowd. Come out and support their favorite team. So here's Larry from the far end, the Vance James end, or the 7 days Adventist end. Here he comes now. We have 2 new batsmen. I think they're from Nevis and Antigua. He's driving, will get the fielder in the process. No chance of a run. The score remains on 150 for a loss of 3. We have number 22, number 7 in the middle. And Joe, I don't have their name. I'm not familiar. He comes now to bold. Turning that one down on the leg side. Cross for single. They will look for 2. Will they look for 2? They'll get it very comfortable. A misfield here. They cross for 2. The score moves on by 2 to 152. For the loss of 3. 152 for the loss of 3. Over number 16. 4 more overs to go. So here's Larry from the far end. Passes umpire Lynette. Comes in now to bold. And turning that one again on the left side. They'll cross for a single. They will only settle for 1. So the score moves on by 1 to 153. 153 for a loss of 3. Spartans. So don't forget, we have a well-stocked bar. We have Joe, we have peanuts, we have pate, we have coconut drops, we have Masters with their food court on your right-hand side. So just sit back, relax, enjoy a good day of cricket. We have pop. We have nice people, nice women. So here he comes now. Say good afternoon to Lynette at the back of me. I did not see you come in, you did not hail me, so I don't know if you were there. So, good afternoon to you, Lynette, and the crew. Enjoy your cricket, enjoy the day, just relax. Have a nice day. So here he comes now from the far end to bowl to the batsman, spotting number 7, just edging this one, looking for a quick single. They'll get one more to the total. The score moves on by 1 to 154. 154 for the loss of 3. And we're on to over number 16. 16 from 4 more overs to go. So Larry from the far end will be bowling to the batsman, Joe. They are from Nevis and Antigua. I don't have their name. St. Kitts, here comes out over the boundary. Will you go over the boundary? Will you get it over the boundary for 6? It will be 6 runs. So 6 more to the total. Oh, mama. Well. She's still loving me. Though I've caused her so much pain. Yeah. I've done my share of wrong. My share of wrong. Time and time again. Yeah. Ooh, she's still loving me. And I can't deny. Oh no. Since she's been in my life, in my life, everything's been going fine. And I proudly to the world, yeah. She's mine, one and only. I ain't going nowhere. I ain't gonna leave my lady. Oh no.
Thank you, DJ Sullivan. Cool music for the afternoon. The day we call Father's Day, where we're here into the prime 2020, the final between the two teams. And certainly Winnie Congos have certainly come back a long way. They are certainly settled down. Well, they are still batting. There are still some 3 hours to go. But whatever, I think Winnie will feel satisfied. Ball to the big man, going for the drive. There's an inside edge and the ball run away. The batsman gone for 1. They take the second. So, and they're looking for the 3rd. And the young men are running very well indeed. And that's a good running. Good running indeed by the 2 players. Number 7, one might think, look at him maybe a little on the heavy side. I wonder that's what the young man Kid Carty was saying, just about 18 years, and he's a very, very good player. And it's just time for you to get into Leeward Island team and so what. We're saying it here, on the Kimbo. Nice cool breeze. And the crowd are coming in. Donna, you were saying that the crowd tend to drop between final. Good afternoon to you, young lady. She's happy father hit into the air. I hope Donald's are here into trouble. Larry set and take a wonderful catch here. And I can tell you, catches win matches. And if it's any catch to win matches, this will be one the kind of catch. It certainly will bring the winner flying. And that's a great catch indeed. Whatever happens, whether it is enough to win the match, yes or not, but it's a very, very good catch. And these are the kind of catch you'll want to see in any kind of cricket game here. So, Spartan have lost another wicket, and a good wicket for Winnie, and I think they'll certainly feel that they have done the work, because you look at one time, they are certainly look at the score 300 to 400 runs.
Well. She's still loving me. Though I've caused her so much pain. I've done my share of wrong. My share of wrong. Time and time again. Ooh, she's still loving me. And I can't deny. Oh no. Since she's been in my life, in my life, everything's been going fine. And I'm proudly to the world, yeah. She's mine, one and only. I ain't going nowhere. I ain't gonna leave my. Well, your back, Joy is in the kitchen. I'll do the honor still. So here is Ram from the broadcasting end to bowl to the batsman. Looking to drive, do not make any contact. Taken cleanly by wicketkeeper Simmons. Ram will continue. Looking to make another break for the Winnie Conquerors. For those of you who are just joining us, Patton winning the toss earlier on this afternoon and decided to take first knock. Here he comes out, taking a step forward over the boundary. It will be 6 runs. No doubt about that. So 6 more. So the score moves on to 169. 169 for a loss of 4. And the batsman, I think he's from Antigua. And I think he's from Antigua. And just taking a step forward and send that over straight to the boundary for 6. So in the meantime, they are looking for the ball. And DJ, can you run the track?
One girl so lie and deceiving. You know what fear nothing out of you reasoning. Why you tell me that you sleep over your mother? Me no ask you nothing why you even bother. I know your mother pick you up in the Prada. You call it by your liar, the miss not your brother.
Okay, so Ram will continue from the broadcasting end after getting punished over the boundary for 6. Here he comes now to bowl to the batsman. Again, looking for that big hit. Did he make any contact with the ball? Let's wait and see the umpire signal, the cross-4 single. And led by signal by the umpire. So this comes on by 1 extra to 170. 170 for a loss of 4. Over number 17. Bowling from the broadcasting end, the pavilion end. So we have Akim Charles from he's facing the bowling of Ram, taking the strike from umpire Mervyn. Umpire Mervyn and umpire Lynette looking very smart in their uniform. Here he comes now to bowl to Akim, and Akim is driving, looking for a quick single. They'll get 1. That's all they settle for. 1 more to the total. The score moves on by 1 to 171. 171 for a loss of 4. End of the over. After 17 overs, Spartans winning the toss, decided to take first knock. They are 171 for a loss of 4 wickets. DJ, take it over.
Tell me something I got around. Me have it, you have it. I got this feeling inside bubbling over. Don't need no Dr. X, I know I need my lover. You can't resist, no escape. The feelings start creeping up, coming your way. Can't do a thing no matter what they say. You find yourself walking around daydreaming. Roses being red and violets blue. She loves me, yes, she loves me not. That's what you do. You can't get a grip, I know you're acting foolish. Look in the mirror and say, what's this? Looks like something of our own. Love's contagious, something of our own. But it's the sweetest sickness. Feeling inside bubbling over. You get a feeling in the side bubbling over. Look like something of our own. Love's contagious. I don't need to be cured. Woman, you fill my prescription. Feel like a new man. You like my vitamin, you keep me coming. Oh, baby, you're my medicine. When I need you so, never letting you go. And when your love attacked me, I couldn't do a thing about it. No, you know what? Fishing a pharmacist. No, but that's what you do. Come and treat me. You know what? The doctor come judge me. No, I know what you do. I got no spirit. Fill me up with all of your good stuff, girl. Fill me up, woman. I'm your patient, and I know it's real the way I feel. No defense from my get-up. Start one life, then priority if it's love push. Symptoms start show, I know you've got to look. It's like she need a medication or she need that drug. Scientists are searching to find an antidote. Can't do what them experiment about. So don't feel guilty like it's a sin. Adjust the vibes and a regular thing. I little something, my girl. Love's contagious. Something, my girl. Now it's the sweetest sickness. Feel it inside, bubbling over. And all I want is for my lover to come.
Well, we're into the 18th over, bowling from the far end. It looked like Shame was going to bowl, but it looked like the captain changed his mind and will put him back White to bowl. And Shame was about to bowl, but the captain changed his mind. Here is White from the far end to bowl to Asi, getting a good delivery. But we just pushed on the outside, the cross for single. The score moves on by 1 to 172. 172 for the last of 4. Went to the 18th over. 2 more overs to go after this. Don't forget we are playing 20 overs and counter. Finals of the Prime T20 tournament. So here is White from the far end to go to number 7. Driving over one hand. It's going down to Costiles. It will be 6 runs. So 6 more to the total. This comes number 6 to 178.
I love to see my people living in love. I hate to see them fighting and swimming in blood. Enough neglect the farming, hard in the mud. Yet they wanna be the first to reap the food as it bud. Oh, them fill the earth with peace and church and whorehouse. Love the rum bar, yet them eat the pure house. Them take the microchip and over rat up pour out. Less food, more shout and more mouth. Oh, Rasta tell them all the while. Stop war and go till the side. Stop fighting for land and all. Feel the
Well, 178 for the last of 4. So here is White from the far end. Passes umpire Lynette. Comes in now to bowl to the batsman number 7. Again, it's going down to the boundary. It will be 4 more. So 4 more to the total. 4 more to Spartans. This comes on to 182. 182 for 4.
I love to see my people living in love. I hate to see them fighting and swimming in blood. Enough neglect the farming, hard in the mud. Yet they wanna be the first to reap the food as it bud. Oh, them fill the earth with peace and church and whorehouse. Love the rum bar, yet them eat the pure house. Them take the microchip and over rat up pour out. Less food, more shout and more mouth. Oh, Rasta tell them.
So here is White from the again over the boundary. It will be 6. It will be 6. 6. Well, Joe, White is getting punished.
Stop war and go till the side. Stop fighting for land.
Getting punished, Joe.
Feel the coil. So many go define. Slave master speak in them face. Them take that with a smile. The bombs stop them dial. So my land so fertile. Acres more than a zillion mile. People acting vile. Pick up cannibal style. One devour mama, papa and child. Oh, so I see the let it bust. Them said them thing that take too long.
Well, this comes on to 188. 188 for 4 over number 18. Bowling from the far end. Here is White getting punished. To bowl to number 7. Again, he's driving over the boundary. No, it's not over the boundary. We have a fielder there. They cross for 1. They'll look for 2. And they will get it very comfortable. This comes on to 190. So, Joe, it's 190. And a very, very expensive over here from White. Very expensive over. And this is John Boy, you know. White is John Boy, but John, you cannot save him there right now. He's getting punished very, very, very bad. Here he comes now to bowl. I don't have the batsman name again. Looking for a quick single. They'll get 1, and that's all they will get. This comes on to 191. Official scorers, if I am wrong, please correct me. 191. What? No, this is not true. Curtis is going to check this score for me. 199. No.
Equal rights and justice for all. Rise and never fall. Tell them, say, what they gonna do enough of them not true. Say what they gonna do, them get slow, yeah. Who do you think you are? We're living in a small world. As wicked as you think you are, we're living in a small world. As bad as you think you are, we're living in a small world. As tough as you think you are, we're living in the one your name. Alright, that day will come when I stand and see all those wicked men in the fire getting burned. That day will come when they will try to escape and there will be nowhere to run. That day will come when I shall see they handing over bombs and bayonets and bullets and guns. That day will come when Emperor Selassie I shall rise the world they get to youth and promote Islam, yeah. And the
We're back here, Kellenball Park, and who said that when you're big you can't move? And don't you wonder if this young man are brother to Rocky Cornwall of Antigua, and if this young man Keith was talking about, he really has some great excitement 2020 batting because he hit the ball so easy and power. While we're going up against Philip of Nevis. Here's Philip once more on the way board to the young man, pull him away, he's gone, massively gone for 4. And again, if somebody tell me that family to Rocky Cornwall, I wouldn't believe that. He set himself pretty quickly, and he pulled the ball away and down to the boundary for 4. And at one time, it really looked like Winnie Congress was settling for 170. But at this time, with 1 more, 6 balls to bowl, they look like they're going to settle for 230 runs, you know. And I sure Winnie Congress will wonder where we let it go. While this young man, we want to say, Rocky Cornwall, brother, he certainly take White to pieces, and it's not over. After this, there'll be 1 more to go. So we're looking at 230 if we continue this way. Here goes Philip once more now on the way to the young one. Pull away! A short ball. He may go down to the boundary. Really get across. They gone for 4 more. Again, I said the ball are traveling. And it gone for 4. And I'm sure we never wonder where we let it go from here on. But when we say, well, runs on the board, Winnie will have to bat last. There is a young man in the Winnie camp named Brown, and I'm sure he's going to take charge of that. He dropped certain cards. It's 199, and we are into what, the 19th over. The 19th over, 199, and it never looked like that. They will get there after Casey Cartier and Chuck gone. And here's the once more of Philip. On the way to the young man down the track, driving past the ball. The batsman get 1. I think they settle for 1. And Akeem Charles, again another bad batsman. He won the leading batsman. And he finally said batting very down. So the 200 are up. Well, just about what? Some 8 more balls to go. To they get to 2, well, settle for 220 or 219. That will certainly be the score if the young one continue to be his bat. Because Charles is not a scum with the bat. He can't hit the ball. Here goes Philip once more now. Up the way to go to Charles. Charles walking beautifully out the front. Batsman gone for 1. Field of Brown coming across, sliding, return the ball back. And I'm sure you're saying, well, my show next. Last time he take handle to Nautical bowlers. We want to see how we take it to the Spartan bowlers. One of the more powerful bowling team. The people like Sherwin and Casey Carty and many others you're going to have to come up to. And the work of the batting, Damian Williams look like he's not going to get in the bat today. Because just to show how powerful this Spartan team is going to be. Here's the one stop talking about to the young man. And this is going to go away again. It's going to be more pain for Winnie. He's going to go for 4 wide. And Winnie will not allow that at all. Runs continue to come in these last 2 overs. And the score continue to tick on. And again, a very good crowd here this afternoon. Winnie Conquerors, you know, it's always a good target from the back of the ground. And then, but it's not over. They had to bat last. And they show their capability in them. They can get 220 or 219. Whatever this Spartan team put on board, they can get it. But somebody will have to make a big 100 and show that Spartan will have to drop a lot of catches as they drop outside here today. They want to put that behind them and see what's going to happen. Well, one may think, Jay, you pay for Spartan. Well, again, I always say, I does not back any cricket team. I back individual, and I always get blamed for that. Philip is not a bad batsman. I'm sure he are the captain. And we want to thank the young man very much for the role to help us out with our commentary here and the Spartan team. Well, Philip once more is going to come into ball to, I think, the Cornwall brother. He's on the way. The ball to him. Coming across his stump. He are giving him. He's gone like before. While umpire Murphy is shocking the head and he's coming across the stump. And I'm sure Philip will feel pleased for that. And I said, they said, no, we're not going to settle for that 230 anymore. So the young man done the work in a short time. He come back to the pavilion, but he really showed some excitement and attracting cricket here, Donna. Thank you. She's joking. There's no joking. Today, the 16th of June, they call Father's Day. Well, we're here with the countdown of a 2020 tournament. As one big man leaves the arena, another big man, Sherwin Williams. And here goes Philip once more now coming to go to Williams and to the back foot. The ball kicked back into him, kicking it away from the stump. We have the man enjoying, Mr. Shane, play for the winner Concourse team. Now we are doing some film shot, but then we never have a chance really to watch none of this film that our good friend Shane are doing every time. Where Shane will say, well, you got to come to live on the front side, Joe, to see these things. But we hope that Shane one of these days will make some video.
This one is for my Caribbean girls, God, my pretty girls, Belgian girls, man, did you grow up over time, and there's no girls around, oh Lord, it's your festival time, I know girls whining down, oh, they call up by power by four, so much Belgian girls alone, take another look down by beach, Belgian girls upon the rampage, now check out radical, Belgian girls in the beer bacchanal, take relief, short lifters go away, I don't want to see your face today, Lord, I
Don't want to see the face. The thing he don't want to see it. He's on the way now. And the ball to Hakeem Charles. And Hakeem Charles hit it high in the air. Shot off the bat and he gone for 4 or 6. He gone for 6. While he just lose the bat at it. And just fling it away. The two local guys, the two backbone of the Spartan team, they're batting now. Damien and Hakeem Charles. The score goes up now to 212. So he made just a little bit under 230 or 20 we're looking for. But they show Hakeem Charles and Damien are not going to let no dot ball go. I think White will want to say, what's wrong with me today? I got to do it with the bat. Here's White on the way now, ball to Charles outside the office. Stayed with the bat, gone for 1. And they're going to take it. Sensible in the fielder, he did not show it. Some of the fielder now he wanted to throw the ball and try to hit the stump and possibly give it 4 runs over show. But he decided, well, no need to throw the ball. And as I'm saying, he looked like the big man, Pollard. So 1 more to the score. 213 for the last of what? For the last of 8. We're down to the last over for back in this 2020 tournament. Sponsored by Prime. We thank our good television crew. We thank the crowd who come out here. Not seeing a lot of the guys from the French side anymore who actually come out with us because today may be Father's Day. Well, White will be studying what's going to happen. Can we get there? We're facing a score 220. Can Winnie continue to fly high? White on the way now, ball to where them glided off the pad easily. The bats on gone for 1. 1 more to the score, 100 and 214. 214, 3 more ball to go. Will they get to 220? I sure the eyes are looking. It'll be a big score though. And whatever happens, we just have the headache of 200 runs. And I sure we never want to know what went wrong in the last 2 overs. Because 170 to me looked like a really was a good enough score. On the way, once on the ball to Charles. Charles outside the after flashing away. 5 stop by the fielder. And they look like the young man wrong. No wonder we see really diving around or try things. Good stuffing even in the die stage of the game. They certainly feel they're not giving it up. They lift the team. But when you look back at the board, 215 runs on the board. It takes some getting. 216. It takes some getting. Somebody gonna have to sit down. Big run might have to come good today. We got to settle down, take some time before you go for the big shot. You're doing a little dancing. You're showing he locks out there. Well, you have to bond them. On the way once on the ball, going for the big lob again at that ball. And that will be a release for the winner conquerors. 216. White are saying there are no 220 coming up. I think there are 2 more balls to bowl. And the crowd are very much behaved, sensible behaved. And people who have not seen for quite a while. Our good friend Kelly, nice to have him, one of the best experienced things around. Here's the one now. On the way forward to Charles, hit high in the air. Somebody has set it when he take the catch, he gone over the top. And he gone for Sxm. Oh, the 220 gonna be some pain for them, but runs on the board, the end of the over, 221. If Winnie are going to win, they'll got to get 222 until we come back here. It's going to be a mountain here at Kevlin, but it never over until it's all over. We're going to live in the comfort of our good friend DJ Solomon. And Donna, are your family here on vacation, Donna? Or she visiting? Oh, she's visiting. Well, nice to have her. We hope she'll continue to come back.
We good, ma'am, cameraman? We good to go? Yes. Yes.
You can be from somewhere different. I from
Yeah, good. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so we're here back to witness live action. First ball is ready to be bowled, and here is Pemberton. It is Pemberton opening the bowling for the Spartans this evening. Conquerors chasing 222 for victory. Not Pemberton, sorry, Phillips. It was passes umpire moving right now. Bowls into Ron James. Ron flashing outside the out stump, not making contact. John Luke Labadell behind the stumps. Taking cleanly, no run on the ball. So 2 balls bowled, chasing 220 for victory. 222 for victory, sorry. Conquerors will have to get at least 10.25 runs per over to get to their target. We had Casey Cathy getting a total of 63 and Ron going straight back over the bowler head, and it's 1 bounce for 4. So Ron is a no-nonsense batsman, and this one is right in his arc, right in his zone, and he get not the full treatment I would say, but it get a treatment necessarily, and 4 runs on the ball. So Conquerors is up and moving. 3 balls being bowled, and the score is 4 without loss. So it's Ron James doing the batting together with Wazin Mentos. So Spartans got on a square leg. Here is Phillips, passes umpire bowls now. Very quick off break, I would say. Wide signal by the umpire. The score moves on by 1-5. So we had the Caribbean ballpark witnessing the prime distributors. Prime, we all know Prime, everybody does Russian Prime every day, especially on a Saturday, so we all know where Prime is. I ain't gonna tell you where Prime is. Here is Pemberton passes, bowling umpire, ball to Ron James, not making no contact, should be buys. Keeper not taking cleanly, we'll wait for the signal from the umpire. Yes, buy signal, the score moves on by 1. So when it's a buy, there is no contact from the batsman, and the wicketkeeper not taking cleanly. So the score moves on by 1-6. And we have a Mentos coming from Anguilla, hail from Anguilla, coming over, play a few games with Conquerors. Very big, strong young man. So we have 2 strong young men in the middle here, but sometimes it's not just about strength, it's about technicality. But we'll wait and see how Conquerors approach that chase of 222. So we have long on and long off, which is rightly so. Very powerful man. The batsman taking a guard. I would assume he's taking middle stump, trying to protect his middle and his leg stump. And Phillips, I would say, off spinner, left arm around the wicket, passes umpire moving, ball short delivery, splash this one over extra cover, one bounce to the boundary, and it's 4 runs, and it's 1 ball, 4 runs already to Mentos, and he's off and running, so it's already 8 runs. 8 runs so far coming off the, and I don't think the over is completed. We'll wait and see. Yes, it is. Yes, so after over number 1, the score is 8. So Conquerors have moved on to 8 after over number 1. So these guys in batting for Conquerors, they are very hard hitters. As you can see in their physical shape, they are not that much, I would say, big runners, but they could hit the ball very hard and very far. So that is their strength. Their strength is not running in the wickets. They will jog across the wicket for you, but they will not run more than 1 run for you. I could guarantee you that for sure. But nonetheless, it's all about the power for Conquerors today. Chasing 220, you saw Spartans got off to a flying start in terms of David and Cathy. So here is I think it's Johnson. Is it Johnson? No, it's not Johnson. It's Pemberton. Yes, Pemberton it is, coming from the far end. Open bowler for the Leywards team, and Spartans bringing some reinforcement today, knowing Conquerors have a very strong batting lineup in terms of Ron James in the middle right now, about to face also Mentos. You also have the captain to come. You also have Joel Simmons, former Leeward Island player, who is right now a Leeward Island selector in the Winner camp right now. So Conquerors have a lot of strong batting. You also have Larry Baptiste, very good all-rounder, but wait to see what I haven't seen him bowl for that tournament. I don't know if he played any game as yet, but we'll wait and see what he produced on that wicket. And it's a batting track nonetheless, but we'll wait and see what Ron James can come up with. And Ron James like the ball coming with pace. So here is Pemberton, passes umpire Lynette, bowls straight, and one flicking on the leg side, not making clean contact, coming off the pad. We'll wait for a signal from the umpire. They cross for 1 nonetheless. The score moves on to 7. So not coming off the pad, so batsman making contact with it, yes. So the score moves on by 1 to 7. So it's Mentos coming on strike now. About to take leg stump guard, sorry. And he's taking out the leg stump out of the wicket to mark his guard. A very unusual orthodox, I would say. Normally you would see some batsmen take up the bills, but nonetheless, being that there is no bills, he chose to take up the stump instead. But so we have Sherwin Peters on the 3rd man boundary. Normally Sherwin Peters would open the bowling, but he's an open batsman normally, I like myself. But here is Pemberton, passes umpire Lynette, bowls, and wasn't pulling, not making no contact, run looking for a run, but decided against it. So a bouncer to start with the first delivery, and we'll wait for the signal from the umpire. No signal by the umpire. Normally the umpire would place her right hand or her left hand across her shoulder to let the bowler know that's 1 for the over. You are allowed to bowl only 2 bouncers in an over. So, and you also have to let the batsman know that he has bowled 1 bouncer, he cannot bowl another one. But there was no signal from the umpire. Here is passes umpire 11 without short delivery again. That should be signal wide. Will it? No. Now we get the signal from the umpire, 1 over the shoulder. So we see that he's very young bowler, very quick, I would say. And he looks like he's coming with a short delivery coming at Wazim Mentos. Very short. So here we have Damian Williams going up to have a little word with Mentos, a little friendly word, I would say, with Mentos, telling him he can't get nothing of that delivery. He can't get nothing. He's sure he gets it out in that over. But nonetheless, here is Pemberton, passes umpire Lynette right about now, first slipping portion, and he pulls this one. That's a very powerful shot. Will it go for 4? 1 bounce, 2, and it rolls to the boundary for 4. So Mentos didn't even look to run that run. Short delivery and pouncing on the back foot and going straight back over the bowler head. Not making that full contact, but nonetheless he gets 4 runs still. So the bowler is bowling, I would say, back over length. So Mentos would easily just stand up and slap this one wherever he wants to, and he chooses to go straight back over the bowler head. So let's see if Pemberton could come up with the ball. I would say in a driving act region to Mentos. He has ball everything shot thus far. Yeah, he is passing umpire Lynette Bulls. Shot delivery again. Mentos trying to pull, not making contact. And that's a shot delivery. And that, to me, that look over shoulder height. I will check on the replay to see if it's over shoulder height. It looks, yeah, it looks so to me on the camera, on we camera crew MSR Neutral News. It looked like a over shoulder height to me, yes. It should be a wide signal, but nonetheless, umpire didn't signal any wide. But umpire rule the game, umpire control the game, whatever the umpire say goes. As fans and as spectators, as commentators, we say what we want. But at the end of the day, very well ball delivery, short delivery. So you see Pemberton is bowling using the pitch. He's bowling short delivery. So I think Mentos will realize that now from that first over, and we'll wait to see what he does in his second over. So after over number 2, the score is 11 without loss, chasing a total of 222 for victory. And we have the 15, sorry, without loss, chasing 222 after 2 overs at the Prime, with the Prime distributor sponsored tournament for the local cricketers here on St. Martin. So we might say local cricketers, but we also have players coming in from Anguilla, from Nevis, from Antigua, wherever they could come from, they come from. As long as they're part of the Leeward Island, they consider a local player. It's just to boost the game of cricket. If you want to come out from outside the Leeward Island, then we'll consider you an overseas player. Before you would be considered an overseas player, but now you are considered a local player. And I'll be sure Conquerors would have been missing here Nick Leonard from Anguilla today, who is in England doing jitters. And Ron is not making any contact, looking to go a little too straight when he should be looking to go extra cover this one. So Phillips is trying to keep it tidy, trying to keep it tight for the Spartans team. So thus far, Phillips passes umpire ball, run on the back foot, just pushing this one through the silly point region, not making no adjustment to look for a run. So we clearly see what Ron, James, and Mentos is about. It's all about the power hitting. So 15 without loss, over number 3 being bowled. Phillips bringing in a short third man, a very young guy there, I would say. Aaron going up, and will he be taken? The catch will be taken, yes. And Conquerors have lost their first wicket. So Ron looking to power out this ball, a short delivery. I would say he should have looked to play this one down through the extra cover region, but looking to power it over the extra cover and taking a top edge. And in over number 3, Conquerors have lost their first wicket, and good breakthrough now for the Spartans team. And Ron James will be disappointing himself right now, not really producing what he accustomed to produce with the bat in the opening 6 overs. So like I say, in the opening 6 overs, 2 fielders outside the circle, and the power hitting a run was very important there. But nonetheless, he is gone after in over number 3, sorry.
From what I've seen so far, I think it's the fact that the team is set up is very different because of the why he is that team is still, but we'll have to wait and see what his exploits will be here with this match.
If you want to go fast.
15 for the loss of 1. Solid build. Someone is carrying my voice. I don't know why it's kind of carrying the music. Solid's made an error to adjusting our ball.
So here we are back live. Here is Phillips balls to Mentos. Outside the house, Mentos watching it go by. And the score remains on 15 for the loss of 1, over number 3 being bowled, chasing a tag, a total of 222. It's a big ask. Here is Philip, passes umpire, bowls to Mentos, inside edge. And John Luke coming across from behind the wicket very cleanly. Batsman not interested in a run. So the new batsman in is Brong, Andre Brong from Nevis, hail from Nevis as well. Here is Philip. Pass and Payamentos bowls to Wazim, and that's gone straight and that's gone for 6. We'll watch out for a glass. And straight in the back of a Toyota Corolla, but no damage done. And it's a Toyota Corolla, it's a 1920 edition, so no harm done, no foul. So they say when you're at Carib Lumber, you pack at your own risk. And being that we know that it's power heaters right there, you should pack as far as you can. I am driving a Toyota Corolla as well, but I pack very far. I don't want the glass to get break as well. But nonetheless, 6 runs to the at the end of over number 3, and the score moves on to 21 after 3 overs.
Well, as the music subsides, no more dancing for the little girls across to my right. And it brings up the end of another over. So 3 overs have been bowled, and the total is 21 for no loss. And here is 2 and for 1. Here is Pemberton as he comes in out to bowl to Brown. And Brown stood tall in the back foot, pulling the bat out of harm's way. And there is no addition to this total. 21 for the loss of 1. Wickelies, come on, come on. I know that. Come next to me now. 21 for the loss of 1. Pemberton as he comes in out to bowl to Brown. And Brown gets it, rocks at the line of the off stump, raises the bat high out of danger's way, and allows the ball to go through to John Luke, who has been doing a very good job so far. And standing next to him is Damien Williams, another wicket keeper in this, the Spartans team, of course. Jacko Beckford, or Damien Beckford, normally does a bit of wicket keeping as well. And so you can clearly see Kenroy David rotating that duties. And John Luke goes down just about now. Pemberton kicks off from a very long and straight approach as he comes up now to bowl to the batsman in Brown. And Brown gets a leave that he goes back to on poles. Will he be out caught at mid-on? In fact, the ball has gone over top of mid-on. Is going to go close to the boundary. In fact, Lewis, that is Michael Lewis, running back very quickly. And you see good running between Wazim and, of course, Brown. Brown was settling for the single. He thought it might have been 4, but Wazim talking different and coming back through for the second run. So the total advances by 2 now to 23 for 1. The batsman outrun. And we're in the 4th over. So here is Pemberton to the top of his mark. Very long, straight approach as he comes up now to bowl to Brown. And Brown is back and pulling it. Will he be out caught at mid-on? In fact, he is caught at mid-on. So Mikey takes the catch. Brown looking to fight fire with fire, but in the end will have to make that long, lonely journey back to the players' pavilion, caught by Michael Lewis of the bowling of Pemberton for, I would say, 2 runs. And the total has gone to 23 now for the loss of 2.
Bend your back. Start it back. Bend your back. Start look back. Walk it up, girl. 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 Boom. Walk it. Set it. Walk it. Set it. Set it. Walk it. Walk it. Set it. Set it. Set it. Girl, walk it. Walk it. Set it. Set it. Walk it. Walk it. Set it. Set it. Walk it. Walk it. Set it. Set it. Let me see ya. Put on, put on, put on, put on, put on, put on, put on,
party girl. To the left, to the right, just wiggle. How is the hot red mustache drizzle? You put the W in a waist, enough girl back down. Waist, say she better body one style walk. You almost be ready, go. Fast wine, fast wine, fast wine, fast wine, faster wine, faster wine, faster wine. The lazy behind.
As the music subsides, of course, the game is about to continue. Templeton is on his way now to bowl to Philip. There is no one sweeping on the cover boundary. So Spartans probably playing a bit brave. Philip normally plays well through the extra cover region. Here is Pemberton as he comes up now to bowl to Philip. And Philip is across the off stump and gets a good Yorker delivery being dug out. And straight out to the man at mid-on. And the score is kept on 23 for 2. The batsman out so far run. And of course Brown, ever so important batsman. The way he batted in the last match with 80-yard unbeaten. And this occasion dismissed with the very first catch that he's offered. And here is Pemberton. Very long run up as he comes in now to bowl to Philip. And here is Philip. Philip gets a short delivery which he pulls at, and in the end the batsman Mentos coming through for a single. And good work there from John Luke Shine at the stumps and backing up in the onside by Kai Louis. So this Spartans team is a much younger unit, and it is expected that they would cover a lot more ground, cover the angles, and as a result of that sort of imbalance between the two teams so far, Spartans are very much in control.
Push it back, push it back, push it back, push it back, rock it, set it, yeah, rock it, set it, rock it, set it.
Mr. Saunders, I've been hearing a few comments as to where is the trophies. Will the presentation be done somewhere else? Next week, sir. So of course the presentation ceremony will be done next week Sunday at Motor World. The starting time is 7 o'clock. So you're all invited to come down to Motor World next week Sunday, where you'll have the presentations of the various trophies. Well, Kern, let me tell you, Kern, I have 2 trophies to collect, and make no mistake with them. So I'll be coming down very early to collect those 2 trophies. Here is Karim as he goes in out to bowl to Philip. Philip is on the front foot, opens the face of the bat and stays it down to third man. Show it, no can't see. And Addy trots back. Trots back, does the fielding, and Philip is off the mark by 2. We won match. I have 2 man of the matches against the youths, future champs. They are who I have set my eyes upon right now. Here is Philip to bowl to Philip. Karim bowling to Philip from Nevis. So Karim Philip bowling to a Delvin Philip. I'm going to change that up. I'm going to call the bowler Karim bowling to Philip. And here is Karim as he's on his way now to bowl to Philip. And Philip goes back to a shortish delivery. And initially thought of playing the pull shot, then opted not to. Through to John Luke, who has been keeping well so far. The total, 26 for 2. Here is Karim as he goes in now to bowl to Philip. And Philip is driving down to the man at mid-off who shies at the stumps, but then they're not making contact. And Philip gets another run, which takes the score now to 27 for the loss of 2. Showing, could you go to your right, please? I cannot see. I'll try bottling your back the next time. Here is Philip as he goes in now to bowl to the big man Wazim, who backs away and realizes, well, I can allow this to go through to the gloves of John Luke, but I think he should be looking to go somewhere over backward point and get as many runs as he possibly can. 26 for the loss of 2. Philip is on his way now to bowl to the big man. He's bowled down. So Wazim bowl off stump by Karim Philip. So wicket number 3 has fallen for the Winnie Conquerors. And you can see The players, they are all jubilated, they are all celebrating, and sees the back of the big man, and he has been batting fairly well, and he now makes his way back to the players' pavilion. 26 for the loss of 3, and that's the latest score.
Well, the presentation will be taking place at Motor World next week Saturday, next week Sunday. What time? 7 o'clock next week Sunday. The presentation of the Prem 2020 tournament will be taking place at Motor World. So, no trophies today, no cash prizes, nothing. So next week Sunday at Motor World at 7 o'clock. So Kif Kati, are you going to collect a trophy?
Donna, I'll be there from 5:30.
5:30. Sanders, do you have a trophy for me and Joe? No. Well, Joe, we're not going nowhere. We are going nowhere, and we are boycotting commentary from next tournament. Sanders say, no trophy for me, no trophy for you. We are boycotting, to speak the truth.
Well, I am not boycotting, Donna. I've already worked for my 2 trophies, so if the presentation begins at 7 p.m., I will be there from 5:30. So 3 wickets down for 27 runs. And here is Pemberton as he comes in now to bowl to Philip. And Philip gets a slower delivery, which he negotiated well to, and played it in the onside. Total had progressed by 1. 28. Well, Donna is exercising her franchise, of course. Very disappointed that no trophies are being on offer for herself and Emmanuel Joe, the 2 voices of commentary here. I think what Joe needs to do is pay some turnover tax. Take it easy, Sergi. Here's Pemberton as he comes in out to bowl to Larry Baptiste. Gets a short delivery, who ducks and allows the ball to go through. And has a look at the man at square leg, probably beckoning for a wide or a no ball. That was not to be. The Lord is my shepherd. What's the score, Donna? $28 for the loss of 3. When I was asked what are my thoughts on this final, I get back to that as Pemberton comes in once more, passes umpire Lillard to bowl to Larry, and Larry is getting a delivery which he defends, still plays it in the onside, and cannot score. And when I was asked what type of final I believe this will be, I said, in no uncertain terms, it will be a very, very small final. I expect the Spartans to go ahead and win this. But I think the difference between this winning team will be, of course, Philip and Larry. He has not been batting well in recent times and probably have gone off the boil a bit. And it couldn't be a better time for him to come back into some form. Philip will definitely need support from the other end as Pemberton comes in, as he runs into bowl to Larry Baptiste once more. And Baptiste gets the delivery which he drives that out towards mid-off with a chance of a run out. In fact, shine on the stumps, and the ball has been misfielded in the onside and is going to go down to the extra cover to the mid-wicket boundary. And in fact, it's fielded by Michael Lewis, who runs back, tidies up the walk by, of course, Addy. Addy, in my view, is a very good little off spinner, but I think some work has to be done when his feelings are concerned. So, $31 for the loss of 3. Here is Pemberton as he comes in out to bowl to Philip. Philip is driving back to the bowler, who does well, and into the turf, and then the bowler jumping high to his right and preventing what could have possibly been, I would say, at least 2 runs or probably 4. The total is kept on 32 for the loss of 3. The batsman out so far run. Then Browning, of course, was him. And of course the Masters has the bar running across to my right. There's the bar for the Cricket Association to my left. And you're asked to patronize all 2 bars. Here is Pemberton as he comes in, hands and legs pumping to bowl to the batsman, Philip, who is off the back foot and pushes the ball in the offside where Kenroy David does the fielding. That brings up the end of the 4th over, and after that the total is 6 overs are gone, and the total is how much? 31 for the loss of 3.
Joe, I understand we have some kind of recognition from the Cricket Association, not a trophy, not nothing. So, are you going down to Motor World next week Sunday? Well, no, I'm not going. You're not going. And when cricket start back, they will bring it here for us. We're not going. We're not going. We are not going. To speak the truth, we are not going.
So there you've heard it. There you've heard it. Both men has decided that they are not going to Motor World. Donna has decided that she isn't going. Joe isn't going either. Well, Donna, a man has to do what a man has to do. Donna says she's a man in her pants. 31 for the loss of 3. And Larry Baptiste is sporting a blue helmet. Probably might have just gotten that from Miami or even New York. So Karim Philippe is in the course of his last over. He's bowling to Larry, who hits the ball down to Sherwin Peters at long on. Gets another single. And the score advances by 1 to 32. 32 for the loss of 3. Here is Philip as he goes in now to bowl to Karim. Karim Philip is bowling to Warrington Philip. Karim once more is from the commentary box and he's on his way to bowl to Philip. And Philip is driving over the top of, in fact he's out caught, Casey drops the catch. A sitter, if you were to ask me. And Casey got to the ball, and as he got both hands to it, just spilled the catch. And Philip stands very dejectedly. And I can tell you that 33 now for the loss of 3. Could have been 32 for 4. And here is Philip as he comes into bowl to Larry. Larry's defending. And there's no addition to the score. We're into the 7th over. The score is 33 for 3. Philip to bowl to Larry. He's off the back foot and stays it up towards the backward point region. And there's no addition to the score. Kept on 33. And needing a total of 223 for victory. So here is Philip as he comes in now to bowl to Larry. Larry's driving hard out towards the man along off boundary. Louis comes in to do the fielding. And only one they will beat. 34 is the score after some 7 overs. So I think Philip has completed his quota of 4 overs. Should have been 4 overs, 2 for something, but I will have to settle for just that solitary wicket as he goes out to the boundary area. And as I speak, over number 8 will commence.
Yes, Joe, I'll hold on for you. We went to over number 7, up is completed. We went to over number 8. And Conquerors chasing a total of 223 runs. They are 34 for a loss of 3. We went to the 8th over, bowling from the far end. And I think Conquerors in a little bit of trouble here. But cricket is a funny game. So we'll have a change of bowling from the far end. It will be Addy. Yes, Addy. The youths. Addy youths playing for the future champs. He'll be bowling to Addy. Bowling his first over, Joe, from the far end. I think Joe Conquerors is in a bit of trouble here, a bit of border. Yeah, not a big trouble, but they're in trouble. Yes, you have 3 wickets down on 34 runs, and you are the 8th over bowling, and you're chasing a total of 222 runs. So, Caribbean Auto Repairs Spartans, a first to reckon with. General Auto. Sing, can you write it on a paper? I'm getting mistaken. I don't know what's up. What's done. Send me what's done for me, please. If you can. I don't know what's up. So, Joe, we're on to the 8th over. So, Adi from the far end. We have umpire Lynette, umpire moving. And he's driving. They will cross for a single. The score moves on by 1 to 35. And Joe, the umpires always tell me, Donna, I love when you call your name. And you know what they tell me, Joe? No other umpire, no other commentators call our name. And they feel proud when we call their name. And they are doing a good job in the hot sun. And we should just give them recognition for that. But Joe, are you going to Motor World next week Sunday? Yeah, he comes now to bowl to Larry. Larry's driving this one straight down to the fielder. They'll cross for a single. Score moves on by 1 to 36. 36 for a loss of 3. Win your Conquerors. Here he comes now. Here is Addy from the far end. Comes in now to bowl to Larry. Taking a step forward, driving. And it's caught! Big fat Damien! Oh my God! Can you watch on your left screen? You'll see the replay. Watch the replay on your left hand side. And is it real? Is it real? Well, Joe, what do you think about that catch?
Well, I will say, what do you do in a situation like this? Catches win matches, and again for the whole week, you know, Damien was saying that when you can fly high, they can fly low. This will be one of the easiest 2020 victory. And then you see just by the way that the winner drop their catches.
Well, Joe is going in the kitchen. And, you know, Donna Summers always there to just check the slacks whenever Joe leave, whenever Keith Patty leave. I never leave. I'm always here. I never leave. I never leave. Why? Why I cannot leave? Why I cannot leave? Because you don't know. Hail up to my Belgian partner. Bring me a scoring book right from Barbados. Anytime, Donna, you have to score in that book. But to speak the truth, I cannot score in that book. Michael Free. I have the book here, my Belgian partner from Barbados. Bring me this book. Tell me, Michael, you're supposed to score in this book. But to speak the truth, I'm scoring, I'm commentating. Is very difficult. And the letters are so small. I need my glasses. Don't worry. I thank you for that. This cross for a single. They look for 2? No, only 1. This score moves on by overthrow. This score moves on by 2 to 38 for a loss of 4. Good afternoon to Neutral News. They are in the house bringing live commentary on the French side. And over, we're going to the 9th over. And I think Conquerors is in trouble. Conquerors is in trouble here this afternoon. I don't think Winia is flying high this afternoon. I think they are flying below altitude. And it should be about 100 feet below altitude. Yes. Well, to speak the truth, if you fly 100 miles altitude, you crashing, believe me. Yes, altitude or latitude, whatever it is. Because when you go on a big plane, they're telling you we are about 3,000 feet. I was in cell air and they tell me I 3,000 feet. I say what? 3,000 feet, and if that plane go down, why you gonna go? When you're flying 100, yo, I can, if we have flying 100 altitude, I can swim. I can swim. What? I have 2 feet. How I can swim? No. But God is a good God. When you bless, you bless. You know? This plane them there, I myself don't even want to go and plane again. You see why I be there? There is staying. So we on to a little bit of humor there. It doesn't matter. Everybody have to give a little joke now and then. We on to the 9th over. Bowling from the broadcasting end. Here is Wasim wife passing this little child. And she want Wasim to make 100, but Wasim is out already. They cross for a single. They are 39 for the loss of 4. And when the Conquerors are not flying so high, they bring all their players from overseas, and Spartans bring a couple players from overseas too. But it looks like Spartans is stronger here this afternoon. This is my team. I support Winia. I support Spartans. But when they're playing, I neutral. Whoever win. But I love Spartans, I love Conquerors. And they know it all the time. Good afternoon to Devon. What happened to the music? DJ Devon, what happened to the music? And here he comes now, cutting this one straight down to the man on the boundary. They cross for a single. The score moves on to 40. 40 for a loss of 4 over number 9. And I can tell you, ladies and gentlemen, Winia Conquerors is not flying high this afternoon. Good afternoon to my boy Draco. And on the onside, going to the boundary. Umpire will signal. Let's wait and see. Is that wide or whatever he signal? Wide. So it will be 5.
So there you have it, 45 for 4. After 9 overs been bowled, sorry. 45 for 4, and yeah, it's Peters, passes umpire moving, bowls, and Philip just working this one down to the square leg region. They cross for 1, one is all they'll take. The score moves on to 46.
The score moves on by 1 to 45.
46 for the loss of 4. So we are the Caribbean Ballpark coming to you live via Neutral News, 16th day of June 2019, witnessing the T20 final. And Simmons you see working this one on the leg side, working this on the square leg back square leg region. They 1 for 1, they cross 2, and the youngster coming across cannot prevent the third run, and they run 3. The score moves on by 3 to 49. 49 for the loss of 4 over number 9 being bowled. So Peters has been very expensive. So as I was saying earlier, it's the T20 final of the two top teams on the island doing battle. So it's Spartans against Winner Conquerors, and Winner Conquerors the plane cannot seem to fly out by now. It's still grounded. But here's Peters ball to Philip. Philip working this one to the silly point region. No chance of a run. And at the end of the over, it's 49 for 4. Sorry, not the end of the over. 49 for 4. Over number 9 being bowled. And it's a tournament sponsored by Prime Distributors, one of the leading wholesale supermarkets on St. Martin, we know as Prime. Prime has always been sponsoring cricket year round. Sometimes we have other sponsors as well, but Prime is always in the mix. Well, here's Peters, passes ball to Philip. Philip does working this one down to long on. And they cross for one. One is all he'll get. The score moves on to 50. So, like as I was saying earlier, Winner is a little grounded by now. I think we have an engine problem. And the plane cannot take off because to get to 220 and 11 overs left, I think we need a 747 engine. The small aircraft engine cannot work right now. We need a 747, a Boeing engine to really take off right now. So Winner is still grounded, looking for a bigger engine right now. Let's see if they get it. And the bigger engine will cost a lot of money, but let's wait and see what happens. With I'm gonna get the bowler name, a very young guy. He still have milk in his face. So I'll get his name very soon. And it's good to see him in the Spartans team. Young leggish off spinner. And here he is about now. Passes umpire Lynette. Bowls very slowish. And Philip working this one over extra cover. And he had the long off fielder coming across. They cross for one. They come back for the second. They get it very comfortably. The score moves on to 52. 52 for the loss of 4. So they're losing. Conquerors have lost a lot of wickets right now. And with a lot of power hitters, Ron James back in the stands. Mentos back into the stands. Also Larry Baptiste back into the stands. And here is the bowler bowling a very good length, good delivery. And Philip cannot do nothing with it but just work it down the wicket, and no chance of a run. So the youngster is keeping it tidy right now in his second over. Passes umpire, Adi is his name. And the short delivery, and Philip pulling down to the mid wicket, and they cross for one, and they come back for the second, and they get it comfortably. And it goes score moves on to 54. 54. The score moves on to 54. 54 for 4 over number 10. Over number 10 being bowled.
Let me finish it over.
Batsman cross for 1. The score moves on to 55. 55 for the loss of 4 over number 10 being bowled. So as I was telling you earlier, the Winner Conquerors coming. Conquerors coming back, looking to bounce back after a long time. They win a championship, and they have kind of failed in the tracks today, I would say. 56, the score goes on to 56. They are failed in the tracks today, trying to bounce back after winning a title from since 2012, I believe. They have been in the mix in the semi-finals and finals before, and they have been in another finals right now here again, and they have lost again. And is he gone? We wait for a signal from the umpire, and we'll check on the replay. And he's given cut behind, and Philip looked disappointed in the umpire decision.
What is wrong? What umpire in there? You want to touch on back on his glove?
So we'll check in the video booth and see if we get a replay, and we'll get back to you very shortly on that. So we'll go for a review from my standpoint up in the stands and see if he was gone, caught behind.
He's very proud of himself. Getting a big of Philip. You understand, Joe? 2. Joe, we don't wait no yet. We don't wait no yet. We are there. So we are on to take over and finish.
So yes, after checking the replay, we see yes, he had a thin edge. So the captain looked disappointed, but nonetheless, there was a thin edge. Just like yesterday, I saw a game of cricket, Australia versus, and there was a thin edge that cost the wicket. So yeah, it was. We checked the replay in the stand, in the booth, and yes, he has been taken caught behind. So umpire very strong on that decision, and she was right with that. So in the end, if he did review it, then it would be a waste of time. But nonetheless, here is Peters passes umpire, also, and he's caught in, and I don't think he'll make any contact. Wicketkeeper not taking cleanly. They cross for one. The new batsman in the crease is Sxm box. We'll wait for a signal from the umpire. Is there any signal? So I guess there was an edge. We'll wait to see. No contact there, and it's by signal. So Bias is being punished by is being penalized, going down as the wicketkeeper's fault. But nonetheless, one more run to the total. The score moves on to 58. So chasing 220, and it looked like Spartans will win this game by at least 100 runs. And Peters, coming from the broadcasting end, is about to bowl to Sxm, the left-handed Sxm. Normally opened the batting, was left out of the semi-final, but brought back in today. Here is Peters, passes ball to Sxm. Sxm working this one to short third man. They cross for one. One is all they'll get. And the score moves on to 59, I believe, yes, 59 for the loss of 5. So the 5 top batsmen for Conquerors are back in the pavilion. So I don't think there is any chance that Winner will take off today again, because I think it's some engine failure here, not weather problem, because we have beautiful sunshine here, beautiful breeze blowing. Here's Peters, passes ball and driving for extra cover. The cross for one. One is all they'll get. Casey coming up the extra cover boundary, and the score moves on to 60 for 5. And the Winner fans have been disappointed thus far, but most importantly, the management of Winner will be very disappointed. There is Peters, passes, bowls to Sxm. Sxm is beaten, very well bowled. I think this one is cross seam delivery, and not cleanly taken by the wicketkeeper, but nonetheless. So Spartans have this one in their bag. I think it's a $2,000 cash prize and some trophies to be won, but nonetheless, Spartans will go back now as champions again, and a very nationalized team, I would say. A lot of national players in the Spartans team. Nonetheless, there is Peters, passes ball to Sxm. Work this one to a deepish backward square leg region. No run taken. Seymour is still into the mix, but I don't think he could do this one alone. Maybe earlier, if Philip did not get out, we would have expect something to happen, but nonetheless, Seymour still in the mix. He maybe want to get some runs for his team. There is Peters, passes ball, umpire moving, very well ball. Yorkish delivery. The batsman cross for one. One is on a get. A Yorker delivery normally. I don't think that bat should be able to hit another ball after that. We need to check the handle to see what's going on. After the end of the over 11, and the score is 61 for 5. So we are at the Caribbean Ball Park. If you look closely all around, you have a very good crowd. They are not being entertained right now because the game is done, wrap up in the bag already for Spartans. We have food on the far right, food on the far left, food all over the place. We have well-stocked bars, and we have the fans having their little drink, having their little soup, and just enjoying the moment. A good Sunday afternoon pleasure at the Caribbean Ball Park, where every Sunday afternoon you come in and get a little game of cricket for the lovers of cricket. And Neutral News coming to you doing this broadcast. We cover sports. We do tennis, we do baseball, we do basketball, we do rounders, we do whatever sports, horse racing, boat racing, whatever sports we have, we cover it. They got the boat racing, and we got fish racing, we cover it as well. So that's our take right now, doing sports on the island of St. Martin, trying to produce the local sports. Here is Adil, passes umpire. Bowls is down the left side. Shame flicking this one. More should be power hitting this one and showing Peters coming off the fine leg region. And cannot prevent the one. So Conquerors right now we're just working with the ones and twos, trying to get over the 100 mark. They would like to get over the 120 mark. Here is Adil, passes umpire Lynette, bowls outside the outstump, watched by Simo, and well taken by John Luke. So here is Adil, passes umpire Lynette. And Simo flicking this one down to the square leg region. Catchy coming across the cross for one. One is all they'll get. Normally, there should be 2 runs. But Shame not that very quick in the wicket. That's Conquerors' downfall, I would say. Not too many quick runners in the wicket for Conquerors. There are more power hitters in the Conquerors' wicket. But nonetheless, here is Adil, passes umpire Lynette, bowls to Shame. Shame working this one down to the square leg region. Left-handed batsman down to the square leg. The cross for one. One is all they'll get. I will get the total for you just now, the exact total for you in a minute. But nonetheless, you see the fielders running across because it's a left and right combination. So every time they want to run, and there is always a field change. There's Anil, Simon extra cover. This should be 4. Yes, it is. And it's a beautiful shot over the extra cover region. One bounce. And Adil flighting this one a little too much there for Simo. Very good on the extra cover region, the extra cover shot. And he get 4 nonetheless. But the fans didn't seem excited or too interested in that one nonetheless, because they see that game is done gone. But nonetheless, the fans are enjoying themselves there by the bar, getting their drinks, getting their food, and amusing themselves. Here's Anil, once more, bowls. Sima push this one across. They run for a single, and yes, they get it. Charles coming up the backward point. And they cannot prevent a single, and at the end of over number 12, the score is at 69. I don't think I'm correct right now, but I believe it's 69. I'll get the score reload. I'll get the SOS just now to give me the score. And Conquerors and Spartans, General Auto Repair Spartans, in the Prime Distributors 2019 T20 final, doing battle in the preliminary round. Conquerors beat Spartans once. Spartans beat Conquerors once. So now is the showdown now. The 2 top teams, they make it to the finals. And Spartans is going with this one. So here is Charles. Charles is coming into the attack. Normally don't do any bowling, but Spartans had a little shortage in bowling. We have Johnson, a West Indies under-19 player who is injured right now. Couldn't make the 11 today because of a slight hamstring injury, I've been told. So he couldn't make the 11 today. So Charles is being fielded to do the bowling. He could also call on Casey Catty to do bowling, but I don't think he'll do that right now to risk any injury. There is Charles. Bowls to Simo, flashing this one extra cover, 1 bounce to Casey. Very strong return back to John Luke, and the cross for 1-1 is all they'll get. So Simo is working the ball around, getting his 1s and 2s and his occasional boundaries now and then. So here is Shame, left-handed batsman with the white pad on. Shame ball. And a little change into the field. We see Damien going into first slips. Yes, Damien going into first slip. We have a extra cover. We have a backward point. We have a short third man. Long on, long off, deep mid wicket. Here is Hasi. Bowls to Shame and he's beaten offside. Trying to sweep this one and down the leg side, yes. And it's wide. And he was looking to tap this one around, but I think he should be looking to hit it instead of tapping it. Nonetheless, wide signal. Let's come on my one. Here is Hasi. Bowls to Shame, caught in. Templeton, I think it is, yes, coming up a backward point. batsman not making the run. So the score remains on 70. Goes to Sxm. Sxm working this one off the pad. They cross for one. Will they come back for a second? No, Seymour is not interested. Down from the deep mid-wicket boundary, Casey Catty coming off the boundary. Casey Catty doing the opening batting for Spartans together with Captain Kenroy David. They got up to a flyer. I think they put on a partnership of at least 110 before the first wicket. But here is Hassi. Bowls to and work this one down to the long off region. They cross for one. One is all they'll get. And Phillips, hail from Antigua, Phillips, coming over to do a little damage to the Conquerors team, and he did a little damage in the back end. I think he delivered some 22 runs off of White over, and he still came in and took a big wicket of run. So here is Charles, passes umpire, ball to Sxm. Sxm working this one down to backward point. The fielders are in very tight. Notice that Sxm is not a very hard-hitting batsman. So no run taken here at the Caribbean Lumber Ballpark. Beautiful breeze blowing, not hot sunshine. You could see the dump from my side. Bowls full delivery. Sxm working this one down to long on, sorry. The batsman cross for one. Philip coming off the boundary. And one is all they'll get. And at the end of the over, it's 72 for 5. Chasing a total of 220. In the Prime Distributors T20 tournament. So Sxm asking for a change of bat while we have a new over being after 13 overs. 69 have been corrected, 69 for 5.
Sonda said, Joe, can I read what Sonda said? He said,
We want to say we want to thank sponsor in our tournament here. We have seen nobody. You've seen the big banner along as we're accustomed to over the years, you know. And that's the spoil about the thing, you know. We're accustomed at time, you know, you have all the guys from the French side coming. I guess today is Father's Day too. And a lot of people maybe take the dad out and different things. But you want to see a lot more sometimes done when you're going to go into sponsor and get things done. And we're happy to have the cricket play here at Carolyn Ball Park. Well, you're just going through the motion, nothing much to talk. When we are Conquerors, they had so much, I think they were flying a bit too high. We have the sport journalist, Mr. Danga Farrell, who read the personality. President, good afternoon to you. So when Masters want them to announce anything, they'll have to pay. We have to pay. The voice need liquid. So if Masters, good afternoon to my good friend Diane. One thing, the Masters always have a very good breakfast. Well, I'm already get my raffle ticket, so he's on the way, and he voted as well, just coming forward, easily forward. The young man tell me, don't forget that Masters have a raffle. Yes, Masters are doing a good job. They always keep the breakfast going, keep the raffle going, keep the cricket going, and that are good. And then nice to have your cousin in the midst of us sitting down here very quietly and watching on the game. Not after she come to the ground, right, Donna? Has she come to the ground often, Donna? No, she don't come to the ground too often. But your favorite cousin, but next week Sunday, there'll be no cricket on the ground, Donna. So you'll be maybe taking her around, see some sightseeing, some different places. Well, here's young Adi into a big competition, the young man. And he has certainly asking a name, making a name for himself, young Adi. One. Yeah. Well, I don't know, for the good spectators tell me, well, once there's a long sing, we always have a practice match with the youth them. And I must say, sing the coach. And here's him once more now, on the way now. And driving, the batsman pick up a single, coming out the bunch very fast. Will he get there?
And it's nice to see a couple of overseas players how they certainly get the head down and play well. The opening bowler bowl well. So they're Big White and company have not really get off. I think a lot of... Yes, sir.
Joe, are you going to the kitchen? Okay, I would also like to say, Conquerors fans, I back in Conquerors a lot, but today all Conquerors fans is down. Chop, chop. Hello? Are you there? Conquerors fans, are you there? Are you in the house? Okay. Well, no trophies here this afternoon. No trophies here. We are going on to the 15th over, bowling from the broadcasting end. And I think Conquerors is in deep trouble. I don't think they will recover to come back and win this game here this afternoon. But in and out, very, very good game. Here is the bowler from the broadcasting end to bowl. He's driving and showing Peters spotting number 24. Will look for a single. They look for one, they get one. Showing doing the fielding. The score moves on by 1 to 72. Official scorers, am I right? If I'm wrong, please correct me. I am 72. 72 for a loss of 5. Ras, check the score for me, please. Loud appeal, umpire moving is not interested. We're on to the 15th over, bowling from the broadcasting end. We have Akim Charles, bowling from the broadcasting end. Spotting number 8 on his back. General Auto Repairs on the Well Road. Whatever car you have, they can repair it for you. Drive in. One more to the total. This comes on by 1. 80. But Ras, where you go wrong there? I was asking for the score all the time. And they have 80. Okay. 4? Joe, 4. Yeah, okay. So this comes on to 84. And it's caught. Another wicket go down for Conquerors. So the score is 84 for a loss of 6. And Conquerors, win your Conquerors, flying high, bringing you safely to your destination. But today, I don't think they are flying high against the Spartans. Don't forget we have the Masters with their booth selling food, their raffle on your right hand side. So you can support the Masters. We have a well-stocked bar. Yes, Joe, tell me. The national team is training. Joe, can you get it right from... Okay, after this tournament, we will be training the national team for August, right? Okay, because we have the 2020 Leeward Island tournament coming up in August. St. Kitts, Nevis, Anguilla, Antigua, St. Martin, Montserrat. So all the games will be playing here in St. Martin. No other games playing nowhere. So in August, we have the Leeward Island 2020 tournament taking place here at the Caribbean Ball Park. Anguilla, St. Martin, Nevis, St. Kitts, Montserrat, Antigua. Right, Joe? That's all the Leeward Islands you know about? Okay. So after this tournament, it will be practice matches for our national teams. So Saturday and Sunday, we'll be having practice matches for the national teams here at the Caribbean Ball Park. So if you want to just come out and chill and watch your teams practice,
come out. If you have to work, you don't need to come out. But he's bold. He's bold. Joe is bold. And I was just saying about we have the Leeward Island. We have to publish it. We have to talk about it. Let people know what is going on. So in August, Joe, do you know what date in August? We don't know what date in August, but Ganesh, what you have to say there? Come to the mic now. Come to the mic. Let me come talk to the mic. Look. Talk to me.
Masters gonna host a Salva tournament.
Yeah, I was just going to.
Okay, talk to me. Felix. Sorry.
We have a soccer tournament coming on next Sunday, and also we have a raffle right after the game. We have a raffle.
Okay, after that done, you can come back and talk to me. Let me get things going on. After that game, you have the raffle going on. Okay, and then what softball tournament you have coming up? Together. So after you gonna talk to me. Okay, no problem. This is what Donna is here about, to give you information. No false information, no. No fake news. I'm not Donald Trump. No fake news. No fake news. So we're on to the 16th over, bowling from the far end. And I can tell you, Winya Conquerors, Winya is not flying too high this afternoon. The score is 84 for a loss of 7 wickets. We're on to the 16th over, bowling from the far end. Winya cannot fly too high. Their wings have been clipped. Winya is not flying too high this afternoon. When they bring you to Dominican, they tell you we're 3,000 feet, but 10,000 feet. But this afternoon, they're not 10,000 feet. My Conquerors friends, where are you? I love Conquerors, but today they are playing against Spartans. They cross for a single. The score moves on by 1 to 85. 85 for a loss of 7. Good crowd here for the finals here at the Caribbean Ballpark. So sorry we don't have the trophies here this afternoon. But the trophies will be taking place next Sunday at the Motor World showroom. Donna Summers and Joe will not be there. We'll be boycotting that. Go down to the boundary. We have a man, a sweeper. They cross a single. The score moves on by 1 to 86. 86 for a loss of 7. We're on to the 16th over. So good afternoon to all the fathers here at the Caribbean Ballpark. Comes in now to bowl. They cross for a single. They look for 2. Will they settle for 1? That's all they will settle for. The score moves on to 1 to 87. While for those of you who are just joining us, Spartans winning it us earlier on this morning and decided to take first knock. After a good knock from Casey Catty and Chuck Kenroy David, the first wicket fall at 122 for the first wicket. 1 more to Conquerors. The score moves on by 1 to 88. 88 for a loss of 7. Good afternoon to Mr. Fitzroy. Today he don't come and play for the Masters. The Masters was missing some men today, but he did not come and play. They cross for a single. One more to the total. The score moves on by 1 to 89. 89 for a loss of 7. Don't forget to support your bar, support the masters. Masters have their cot on your right hand side. They are selling their food, their raffle. So make sure you support the masters. Masters is a good team. Make things happen. They was in Antigua. They lose their games, but not because they lose that they will not make it to the finals, whatever the other game comes around. So make sure you support them. They're always raising funds to travel. They have their raffle, they have their food. So make sure you support the masters on your right hand side, Henneken boot. So make sure you support the masters. We are on to the 17th over, bowling from the broadcasting end. Yeah. Oh, and it's out. Is it out? Of course, umpire put up his hand. He went a step forward and no hesitation from Jean-Luc, which is my godchild, my godson. But Jean-Luc is my godson, but he never christened. He never go church. But he's my godson. Oh, the trophy is here. I see one. And it's hot like fire. Why come out? Like, they just make it, man. How will you watch so?
How is the hot red mustache jizzle? You put it on you in a waist, no girl back down. Yes, so she better body one style walk. You almost be ready for fast wine, fast wine, fast wine, fast wine, faster wine, faster wine, faster wine. No lazy behind. Push it back, push it back, push it back, push it back. Rock it, set it, yes. Rock it, set it, rock it, set it. Baby girl, see my girl, on your knees, my girl. Rock it, set it, rock it, set it, girl. Rock it, set it, rock it, set it, rock it, set it, yes. Rock it, set it, free. Rock it, set it, yes. Rock it, set it, rock it, set it. Tick tock, front or back. When you done set, you sit man. Kill the man, them 'cause you hot like that. You hot like that. Go down, go down, go down, go down, go down, go down. Come up, come up, come up, come up, come up, come up, come up. Let me see you again.
Come on, Devon, bring on the music, man. Bring up the volume. No, you don't blow it out. That light. That $5 for that. Holy fuck. What is this called? Are you run? Nadine. Nadine, go check this score for me, please. If you don't mind. After the over, yeah. After the over, don't worry. 17 bowling now. 17. Joe? Okay, go and check. Okay, hold on there. No, after the over, I wanted to go and check after the over. Then, no, that is 17 overs bowling. That is 17 bowling. Uh-oh. 1. I think I have about 2 runs short from, but I will send you one check after the over, okay? It's better you go and check after the over. I have the champion trophy here. Prime Distributors 2020 tournament, champion 2019. Cathy, I don't know where you are. Cathy somewhere around. afternoon to James. Very quiet. Go ahead. Lift it up. Look at there. It's so light, it must mash up. So you have a problem I touching the trophy? James. My toy harder than that. Don't worry that. Is it the end of the over? Okay, Nadine, please, can you go and check the score? Oh, go and check the score for me. Just go and check the score, Nadine, please. Sorry? Am I cousin? Yeah, she's friend side. She's a Francis, I love Francis. She's a Francis, my cousin. No, she been here a long time. She used to come here on the cricket field all the time. Yeah. So Joe, we on to the 18th over. Score is 91. Up in the air, when you catch it over the boundary, it will be 6 runs. 6 runs. 6 runs, Joe. 91 and 6, 97. What?
Alright, here we go.
They're giving Joe information now. Joe, hold him like that.
No, just a word about for the endorsement for the Masters. So the Masters will be having a raffle just after the game. So guys that have the ticket, hold on to the ticket and the thing you can win. Mr. Fitzgerald, you can win for, I don't already have a ticket. So just after the game, the Masters, the ticket went for $5. So who have bought it? But the thing about the Masters ticket done, it was supposed to be last week before they go to Antigua. And it was pushed back, so I don't know how much of the public know that it was pushed back because it definitely was to have it last week Sunday. But for one reason or the other, we kind of went over to Antigua. So those of you who have to buy the ticket, and the raffle will be just after the game for the raffle. They're raffling some refrigerators, some lovely good thing they have the Masters guys. So just after the game, stay tuned for the Masters raffle. There's a whole thing in the game done. Watch for, I don't know. They are looking at the new ball. What's going on? They have a ticket. I used to get a ticket. Yeah. What's going on here? So what is going on? What's going on? So just after the game finished, Then we have a nice big trophy here as we were talking about the trophy. But this morning, all this trophy was in a little car, so I wouldn't give Sanders wrong. But I think later on this afternoon, he might get a call and say, we cannot come to the presentation, so we will have it next Sunday, we think. So, Spartan, we're going to be looking forward to pick up this beautiful trophy, as usual. Last year, 2020, I think the Gladiators, they win the tournament. And so what we're still going to hear from the Congo's team, they're just playing to the motion. And I think they have so much plan about it. But I think where the Masters, where the Congos, where they lose the game, is that young number 7 with 20, when they score 170. That young man take the ball and really take charge of the bowler. And I think that way part certainly kill the winning Congos team. So So it's just about all over. So next week, sometime in July, you'll have the fittest of the basketball battle. Mr. Courtier running away and battle the fittest. Next week, Saturday, you'll have selection team training on Sunday for the St. Martin selection. Remember, St. Martin are getting engaged for the Leeward Island 2020 tournament, Donna. And Donna, I understand in the Leeward Island 2020 tournament, there are $20,000 to grab. Are you have any information about that? For the 2020 tournament, there are some $20,000. Nothing strange about that. It's a Leeward Island thing, Donna. It's not a St. Martin thing. It's a Leeward Island combined thing. Just like Leeward Island, we put up on the money, so I understand there are $20,000 for the 2020 game. All the games will host here in St. Martin from August. August, what date, we don't know.
But Joe, who tell you about the $20,000? You get it from good source. When you say that, I know you get it from good source. I don't know, nobody never tell me, I don't know. So, St. Kitts, Antigua, St. Martin, Anguilla, Montserrat, and St. Martin. And 2 weeks, they will be playing here, or what? Is it 2 weeks? Joe, your result confirmation, why you can't tell me if it's 2 weeks or 3 weeks? You're not quite sure. But where you get the 20,000 information then? Okay, all right. 4 runs? 1 run? Okay. Joe, back to you.
Then it just about all. But I understand also next week the Masters are organizing a win ball tournament, something what Winnie Conquerors used to organize. So the Masters are trying to get win ball back. They're having a win ball tournament. The selection team will be practicing, so there will be some action still at Carolina Ballpark for those of us that don't have much activity to go look at. I guess we wanted to start ball cricket, but they'll have a win ball tournament. And they'll also have training for selection team. Just through the motion, we are going through the motion now, and Winnie are just batting through the overs. 222 runs is a lot of runs, and I don't see if they're going to win this one, Donna. So I think with you being around so long, you should have the opportunity, Donna, to finish off this game here at Calambot Park, Donna.
Joe is going to the kitchen, and you know Joe is going to check the score. No, Joe is going to the kitchen. So we're on to the 19th over, bowling from the broadcasting end. We have Akim Charles spotting number 8 on his back. Here he comes now to bowl to the batsman. Is driving. It will be 6 runs or 4 runs. Umpire signal. 6 runs. Okay. So the score moves on to 110 for a loss of 8 wickets. We're on to the 19th over, bowling from the broadcasting end. Big crowd here at Cameron Park. When we check our ticket, it's about 3,000 tickets. Here he comes now to bowl. Over the boundary for 6. 6 more runs. The score moves on to 100. Who got hurt? Somebody got hurt? Mr. Gittins get mashed up? Nothing happened. Yes, a little dent. The windshield got a little hole. Nothing happened? Okay. Nothing happened. Nothing to panic. The cross for single. The score moves on by 1 to 117. 117 for a loss of 8. And Conquerors, 19 overs have been completed. We're on to the 20 overs. Don't forget the Masters have their bar on your right hand side. They are selling their food, their raffle. You know, Masters is a team that always working to raise funds, to travel. So please support them. We have Milios, which is the president of the Masters, walking across. And you know what you are? Not the president? No? Whatever. I say what I want. Donna Summers and Joe in the house. Keith Catty was in the house with us. He left us. He had to go somewhere. He had to go to dinner for Father's Day. Umpire Lynette, umpire Movin, doing a good job in the middle. Looking smart in their black outfit, their black hat, their black long sleeve shirts. Looking very, very professional, I could say. So we're to the last over. Conquerors is 117. And he's out. So Conquerors, where is DJ? Where are you to bring some music? Well, we only have to commentate. We only have to commentate. You know, it takes a lot from your voice, and in between, if you can give us some music.
Microphone test.
1 2 1 2, please. Don't worry, we have volumes here. I can roll things here. Don't worry. Well, we went to the last over, rolling from the far end. And I don't, very tall, lanky fella. I don't have his name. Score is 117 for a loss of 9. And then went to the last over. So Winya will not be flying very high here this afternoon. Here he comes out to bowl and just looking to come forward. No chance of a run. The score remains on 117. So here is the bowler from the far end. I think he's a overseas player for Spartans. Here he comes now to bowl. And it turned like on the left side. Will not get a single. And Spartans keeping things very tight here. Not letting Conquerors get the single or getting a 4 runs. So we're coming down in the late of the afternoon here. The clouds are hanging over. The sun is just ready to set. And Spartans is in the driver's seat. Here he comes out to ball, looking to cut this one over the boundary. It will be 4 runs. So 4 more to Conquerors. But I think it's a little bit too late. It's 121 for a loss of 9. And we are to the last over. And they are chasing a total of 223 runs. So Spartans, I think, is in the driver's seat. And they're ready to drive home in grand style. In a what is the name of the big car from not from what? No. I gonna tell you the name. Don't worry. I gonna give you the name. No. It's very expensive car. What do my boys them? All my boys on one side? I cannot commentate no more. All my boys on one side. Well. We know women. He's out! Woo! Drop. He's dropped. Too excited. He's dropped. Too excited. We have 12 men on one side. We playing with 11 men, but 12 on one side. Is the end of the over, and Spartans have win this Prime 2020 tournament in grand style and dismissing Conquerors for 121 in 20 overs. Conquerors using 9 wickets, and it's a big win for Conquerors, for Spartans. And listen, yo, don't play the music there. Let me talk. Okay. Don't forget, next week Sunday, the trophies, the presentation will be taking place at the Motor World on the Welfare Road, right? Okay. So Joe, go and pick up your trophy. If they give you a trophy, pick it up for me, because I'm not going. So ladies and gentlemen, enjoy the rest of the afternoon. Happy Father's Day. And I am a father of 6. And who can give me a drink? I'm a father of 6. 3 girls, 3 boys. I don't make them opposite, no. 3 girls, 3 boys. Raymond, Julian, Donald, Yvonne, Julien, Stephanie, and Donald Duck. 6.
Finals being witnessed at the Caribbean Ballpark, and Spartans emerging champions at the end of that one, very largely. Spartans posting 220 on the board, and in the end, Conquerors only managing 127 for the loss of 9 wickets in their allotted 20 overs. So we're going to get a good fast picture there with the Spartans teams. As the champions, there will be no presentation of trophies today, sadly. Presentation will be next week. That is at the Motor World building. We'd like to say thanks to the commentators, the umpires, everybody that did their part in the tournament, and most importantly to the main sponsors, prime distributors. But at the end of the day, is also thank you for the supporters, and always have cricket here at the Caribbean Ballpark for we fans. Right now, the national team is going to do training, and after the national team training, then it will be a tournament, Leeward Island tournament, right here in St. Martin. Leeward Island consists of Montserrat, Antigua, Antigua and Barbuda, Anguilla, St. Kitts and Nevis, and St. Martin. Yeah, that's line up there, man. So there we have the champions, you see, guys. The Spartan teams lining up, very youthful team, as I said before, and making it very easy today, this afternoon, on the Conquerors team. So you seen everybody good there, right? So we're good to go. All right, fellas. So it's just to say.
Hey.
Now, members of the national team, we want to congratulate Spartans for playing well this year. They were really tremendous and wonderful. Spartans winning the trophy this year. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Nice.
So there you had it, Caribbean Lumber Ballpark, 16th day of June 2019. You just see Spartans pick up their trophy for the final. So Spartans walking over Conquerors in the final. Winnie couldn't take off this evening, but nonetheless, good game of cricket, good crowd here, and we are witnessing the final of the tournament. And next tournament we scheduled for August. That will be the Leeward Island tournament. So we'd like to say thank you to the to Neutral News for coming through and witnessing this game. We thanks to the Cricket Association for inviting us to this wonderful adventure. And we hope to do some business into the near future in the terms of cricket. So there we are closing in with Neutral News. And Sunday afternoon, Father's Day. Happy Father's Day to all the fathers. And we hope to go home and be well rested, well relaxed. And presentation of trophies will be next week, but nonetheless the champions get the main trophy this evening. And signing off here from the Caribbean Lumber Ballpark, I am Sxem Pascal. Peace.
First prize, which is TV box.
Promises a comfort to a fool, but I am dumb. I see the deception. Don't you try to show me like you're right. Everybody knows you're wrong. Well, here comes tomorrow, so I bless my bet. What you give a man, that's what you'll get. Your life is my concern. Oh, problems on problems, we're riding on tribulation, hope on tribulation. Say we riding on, come what may, night and day, we're riding on, mental story while you're riding on and on, riding on, yeah. I ain't got no time to lose over spill milks and stumbling blocks. Turbulent times and the storm is raging, yet we will survive. Many days can't find no bread, many nights no place to rest my head. Never standing at the fire, oh no, no, so you never get burned. Oh yeah, oh problems on problems, we're riding on tribulation, hope on tribulation. Say we riding on, come what may, night and day, we're riding on, man, oppression couldn't hold us down, couldn't push us around, we're riding on. Riding on.
sacred. 2025.
Blind man and all can tell ya there is no peace. Whoa, there is no freedom. By living in captivity, so don't make them fool ya. If you look up on the land Ethiopia, where we belong. If you look up on the land of Nubia, where we belong. If you look up on the land of Africa, where we belong. If you look up on the land Ethiopia, where we belong, yeah. Black man.